All right,
already.
cheers. That's
I said
episode
hour and 12
259.
minutes. Thank you, Alex.
Alex,
Cheers.
you can
Guilty.
go if you want.
I'll start the
Alex.
check-ins. What's on today's show? We're going to talk Pookies and Dookies, Detroit Lions versus the Buccaneers. The Tigers, since we haven't talked about it since the last show we had. We've been off for a couple weeks. And then we'll end with Michigan State. It's hate week, but it's not really a game anymore because one program. So let's start the show.
229, by the way, just to clean that up.
This-
I'm drinking water.
Can you play Bring the Boom to start this episode by chance?
Yeah, I think I still have that track file somewhere in the
I have water
little
in my new
thing?
cup, home of the 12th man.
You
Someone
kept
left. No, someone left.
I also have tea. What do you
Diet,
got?
Diet Dew and Grey
Dr.
Goose.
Cup.
What?
Yeah, what Alex said. That's insane.
Yummy.
We have a madman on the show.
Diet
is that
Dew and
crazy?
Grey Goose? That's weird.
If that was
Excuse
Tito's,
my
would you
French,
say
but-
anything?
It's just a weird drink. I don't mix
Vodka and a pop.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Have you ever done that before?
You,
Connor?
Connor?
You're talking.
'Cause clearly,
Yeah,
we
I
don't
don't
do
want.
that.
Double D and double G? Have you done that before?
I'm drinking Diet Dew right now, Alex. Let's calm down.
I just
Connor,
wanted to
answer my
answer
question.
Have
the
I,
question.
have I drank what?
Have you done this combo
This
before?
guy's an amateur. Let's get him off the show.
I've had. Yes, I have had this before. I think I did this during the Packer Commander game. So it's my good luck juice.
It's a crazy combination. This feels like we have friend of the show Wyatt on doing Mountain Dew and Captain Morgan. That's the only thing that's made
That's
me feel
much
as
different
gross.
than this. This is a clear.
Not really.
Yes, it
It's
is.
pretty similar.
So, okay, we need to have a pause here. This is hostile, Alex.
I just told
Alex
everyone
Lake-
we're listening to. What they're listening
Alex
to.
laid out the show. We're going to keep it fast. People have places to be, I guess. We started late, per Connor's wishes. So, Alex, you can start us off with what happened in your life.
Yeah, nothing
We
other
visited
than you guys all came to Texas, but figured we recap that together. So nothing new to report over here.
Okay. Fair. Connor?
I did absolutely nothing this past weekend either. Just recovering from my Texas sickness. Nothing.
How,
football,
Would you say you see a movie in a movie theater once per week?
at least, minimum one.
It's impressive. So you see at least 52 movies a year, probably?
Oh yeah, much more than that. This weekend I went to go see One Battle After Another again, but instead of being displayed on like a digital projector, it was in the actual physical film. Like there's an actual projectionist. Very cool experience. And then Friday night I saw Roofman, which was very good.
Do you have is there some sort of like membership card you can get
Yes.
so you're not paying a full price
Yeah.
every time?
AMC A-List is $28 a month, and you get 4 movies a week. And then you get
Wow.
free upcharges for drinks and popcorn every time.
You get popcorn
If you do that.
and drink every time.
No, I said every time
Do
if
you?
you were to do it.
Do you?
No, I rarely get popcorn at the movie theaters.
Drink
Only if
though?
it's like a big action movie. Probably once a month I get a Piv Extra.
Like one battle, another. You got popcorn for?
I did not for that. No,
the first time you saw it.
it's very
The
pick and
first time you
choose.
saw it. The
No,
first
not
time
the
you saw
first
it.
time either.
Hmm.
Pick and choose. It's very rare. It depends if I'm hungry or not. But I'd rather eat before or after.
Daddy's always hungry.
Interesting.
I do hate like if I am one person who's like if we could fully get rid of concessions, I would. I know
Yeah,
that's
see,
a
I
very
like going to the
unpopular
movies
take,
because
but
I just love to get popcorn and candy and be. I think that's my
well, I
favorite.
know that's
part.
most people, but like going often, just the amount of people that
If I went 4 times a
eat
week, sure.
at an exponential volume and then just they're opening their candy every 5 minutes with that little crinkle gets annoying. Obviously, I know
really
that's
enjoy-
what makes the money, but
I really enjoy watching movies in the comfort of my own home because then I don't have to deal with that.
I know, but
That's
I
a-
like seeing new films.
Yeah, and I'd love to see them, but it's hard for me to find the time. You have infinite amounts of time, it seems.
Yeah.
We all the same
You-
24 hours in a
You could have
day.
went this
No,
weekend
no,
to go
no.
see one battle
I
after another.
split my days into 3 days. So I have 3 days, but you guys
Okay.
have 1 day.
That's true. I get behind.
So I'm 3Xing
three-
your productivity every single
You
day.
have 3 8-hour days.
You guys ever seen that video?
Yes, I have seen that video.
Is that Grant Cardone? I feel like no, he's a 10x guy. That's what Big Cat used to make fun of. Was that guy like, oh, let me 10x your business? Someone tapping something. I'm hearing like a tap.
I do hear that as well. It must be Connor.
I'm not tapping anything.
I think it's his mic.
Probably Alex.
There's nothing for me to tap.
Alex has the least regard of audio equipment on the show for sure. He just disrespects it. He doesn't care about the listener, as you can see. See what I'm saying? Imagine you're in the car right now battling traffic and you have to deal with that. It's disrespectful. I'll go quickly. Alex is going to make fun of it, but it's just updates in my life. My car is still in the shop from getting hit in the parking lot. I'm hoping to pick it up on Thursday.
Peppercorns.
I had a tough experience with that. So note to anyone that gets their car, has to go to a body shop, make sure you give like a spare set of keys or at least take your keys off before you give it to them. I was in a rush. I threw them my normal set. I came home from work the first day in the rental car and I realized I couldn't get into my house because I didn't have my house key on my key fob. So then I had to drive to Marissa's work and get her key so I could let myself in. So if you ever run into that situation, make sure you think about what you use your daily key set for. Dentist appointment tomorrow.
Oh,
Gotta get a cavity filled.
again,
So we're gonna be drilling.
Cavity free since '97, dog.
You go to the dentist every year?
Yeah, twice a year.
Okay.
6 months.
I'm
cavities.
getting close. Hopefully the water pick helps. Yeah, and then I guess it's the SEC trip.
Don't like the water pick.
Really? I think it's better than flossing.
It's faster.
I enjoy it more than flossing. It kind of tickles. What everyone think about the SEC trip? Connor, how do you think it went?
Trumps the LSU Baton Rouge trip. I think the Friday is really what made or break that trip. The Saturdays were very similar. I'd say we had a good enough bar experience in Baton Rouge last year. This one, if we would have stayed at the first place, would have been a hell of an awful first half of the day, I think. We just stayed at that cooking table, but me and Gilly went scounging for a new booth. So yeah, fun day. Beans, was it the Dry Bean?
Dry Bean Saloon?
That was a shot
Flaming Dr. Pepper was very good.
Gross.
I think
gross.
if we're going to compare Kyle Field to, what do they call it, just Tiger Stadium?
Yeah.
I think that ease of accessibility getting in, Kyle Field trumps that by far. Getting around the concourse, a lot less trashy people. Getting out of there, just a wider campus in general. And Baton Rouge, everything seemed like it was kind of on top of each other. And we had four new buddies on this trip with us. So I had a really enjoyable time watching the Tigers game as well on Friday. But sad loss there. And it was much nicer on Sunday.
But I see what you're
flying at 10:50 compared to 5:30 last year. So getting in and out of the airport was a huge plus this trip as well. And getting to spend one-on-one time with Gilly on Thursday. So truly one of the best weekends of my life.
You saw a championship.
The Gilly nickname,
I saw a championship
please.
get won.
I mean, my God. Oh, yeah, that did
That's
happen.
That's up to Connor.
6-time champ. 6 in a row. 6P. Golf simulator.
No longer in the league, right? You're done?
We took a season off. We're thinking about rejoining in the new year. Go for number 7.
How many seasons are there a year?
That's 2 hands for rings.
3?
4. Like quarter. Like
what is that sound?
It's Connor's mic every time he moves around. I watch.
Is it really?
Yes.
Move it.
I think you can hear it right now. Do you hear anything?
Yes, I can.
It might be your cord hitting something. It's like a tapping. It's not like a. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
It must have been something on your cord. It wasn't bad. It just slowly started to hear
I think I could hear it here.
All right. So what did you just say? Oh, yeah, the league. Alex is tired of the Gilly nickname. That's not up for me to decide. I don't call you that, but it feels wrong if I do. It feels perfect for Connor, honestly. Because he's good at pushing your buttons. That's why we kind of had him on today. Also, Evan is coaching middle school football. I guess we didn't address that. That's why Connor's joining us today.
Since when don't you like Gilly? Just because I embarrassed you in front of your friends?
You didn't embarrass me.
Did you call him that in front of his golf friends?
You did.
I don't know if I did.
That for sure. That for sure probably.
But I also pointed it out after he said it out loud, so that everybody knew he called me that, and they're like, "That's why would you call me that?"
What else am I supposed to call you?
Alex would be good, maybe.
Seems a little bit too formal, but I'll try.
I mean,
My coworkers, I don't know how it really happened in New York. They called me Bucky.
I have a coworker named Bucky. That's his nickname that he goes by.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I guess it could be cool if that was your
look
name.
like a Bucky.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that in front of Connor.
Gilly is just. Ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know.
No, and no one calls me that except you. It feels very demeaning. Yes,
it feels demeaning, but I think the way Connor says it is endearing.
It is.
It's just nobody. I've gotten a lot of nicknames in my life, and that is just the one that I'm not really on board.
No one ever called you Gilly in your first 25 years of life?
No. Bert. I was called Bert before that.
That's much worse.
Gilligan,
that's stupider.
like Gilligan's Island.
How did it start? Was that at Daddy Camp?
Bert?
Or what? I don't know. Gilly.
Gilly started from you, dude. I don't know. No one calls me that.
I'm not sure.
You
I started it.
Connor.
Maybe you called it yourself when you were like drunk one night, and I just kept it.
My real friends called me Alex or Al, and that's about it. And I don't like Al, but it took off in high school, and there's no stuff.
All right, Al.
That, so
we can switch to that.
No, because that was a big thing say it in a weird way, so I don't like it. Can you just say my name?
Lex Luthor.
You can call me Xander.
Lex. But boy, Lex.
All right, Alex. Sounds weird now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I need to call you Gilly. I think he's grandfathered in.
How about Gil? Can we just drop
Gil?
the Y?
I can do that.
No one else can use it, just Connor. I think he's grandfathered in.
I think you just drop the Y. You call me Gil.
All right, Gil.
Yeah, that works. That works for me.
I don't hate it. I thought the Texas trip was very good. Logistically, a 180 from the LSU trip. I think we nailed every step of the way. I don't really think we had any hiccups, which obviously helped morale overall. Friday was great. We still really haven't accomplished the whole like tailgating thing, which is fine if we never do it. It's probably easiest when you're traveling to just do the bar scene because you usually have to have some sort of good setup and a car and a pass and all that for tailgating. So that'd be one thing that'd be interesting to try because I feel like that is the peak of a college campus. But the bars were great, especially finding the new booth. Game was good. I would say kind of goes to Connor's point about the creatures in LSU. I would say their crowd is more hostile. Their stadium was probably overall a little bit louder. Granted, their game was more intense, longer when we were there. This game was technically back and forth, but I don't really feel like I ever thought Texas A&M was going to lose the football game.
It was a one possession game in the fourth.
It didn't feel like
but yeah, it never felt that way.
Felt like they always just had an answer for whatever Florida did. Normally I'm against rally towels. I feel like it kind of works for A&M.
Except you have to buy it.
Yeah, it was $6 too. I think I think it's a terrible towel. It's like a terrible towel for the Steelers. They travel with those because their fans had them at Notre Dame with them. Student section was legit. Oh, best in-stadium DJ of all time that I've ever heard in my life. That guy just played bang. I may have been a little drunk for it, but
he did a great job.
He's playing bangers. The one point that we talked about reminded me a lot of the Rose Bowl, where they don't really do any like in-game theatrics. Like, no, like, hey, look at the screen and follow the little thing underneath the rotating helmets and you win a prize. They just like do their chants, and it's very old school, which I enjoy. I don't need all the little fluff. And their team looks really good. And they kind of said multiple times to me, I think we picked the national champion. I don't know if I would go that far, but I
said that to you.
You said that multiple
never
times.
Came out of my mouth.
Connor,
no,
at least 5 times.
I've never thought A&M was the national champion.
Yes, you said we're seeing the national champion. You told me that.
In the stadium.
Correct. You got swept away in Aggie land. You told me that at least 4 times.
Ohio State's the national champion, but it would be great to see A&M win one for us. That never happened. But
my thoughts on the trip. Alex?
What was cool was, as Connor called them, 4 new buddies, watching their reaction to an SEC football game for the first time. Probably how we looked last year. They were in awe of it. I sat with all of them. We'll say being the far left end guy in the middle of the row kind of sucks, especially when the guy that was on your left that's in your friend group just leaves and then you're just there. And so you just got this random
Then you're
dude
just
next to
closer.
you.
Like
Yeah,
you have a
but-
space between you, though.
The guy to my left is just bodying us down. So me and Hunter were basically just like cuddling the whole game.
We were next to some good people, though. They were good people.
Whatever. Guy was weird. Kept telling me how awesome A&M was and how disrespectful it was. Said none of us went to school there. Whatever.
What?
Yeah, the guy was weird. And he said they have the best band in the entire world. It's not even close. It's like, all right.
You know who might agree though is Ryan. Ryan was captivated by. I was too. The formations were cool. How they never hit each other. I
Formations
know
were
they
cool.
probably,
Yeah.
They probably do that every day, but Ryan was on his feet, like wow, happy every time they did a turn.
So
he might agree with
negatives.
that guy.
The sun in the beginning of the game was brutal. Just
I
right
was
in their
watching back
face.
videos and I was like, damn, I forgot how brutal that was for about 15 minutes.
Game itself,
turkey leg?
not a super exciting game. Turkey leg,
Turkey
phenomenal. Really good. It's pretty buzzed at the point of walking into the stadium. So would I purchase again? Probably
I gotta
not.
figure that out.
Was it?
I gotta figure that
Was it under
transition from a
$20
dark
though?
bar. Turkey leg?
I
don't
have
know.
no clue.
What'd you
what I
pay?
spent No idea.
Yeah, it had to be probably 15.
Yeah, it was.
It's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
don't-
meat.
but yeah, the transition from a dark bar to bright sunlight just kind of beats you down pretty fast.
But don't you think last year was a little bit more intense?
Last year was definitely worse. Like I definitely
Yeah.
planned better. I drank more water.
Well, no, I'm saying the darkness to light.
Yeah,
last year was brutal. The walk to
Yeah.
the
They
stadium
both
was
The
are.
entire
brutal.
trip in general on Saturday.
they
sure.
both are. Like when we were in the not the dry bean, the one before that
Wherever the booth
Backyard,
place.
the backyard.
backyard. We were upstairs and we stepped out on that little balcony, and I remember thinking, like, "Oh my god, this sun is bright as can be." It's like 3:00 in the afternoon, and it's just beaming down on us. So the transition from really dark bars to a bright SEC 90-degree sun walking in is always going to be a problem.
It'd be nice if it was
especially once
dark
you-
when the game started. It'd be sick.
And then you want to get in there and see everything, but then you're like, wait, we still have 30 minutes to kick. I'm going to lose it. I need to go somewhere in the shade.
And you
So
go,
that's always the
guzzle
sequence
water.
is tough. The sequence is tough, but maybe
It
we'll
is.
perfect it one day.
it is hard.
Good guy.
So if we had to do it, continue to fine tune it. I think I would try to do if we had 8 people
Cut
again.
a few people.
No, settle down, Connor.
Spin
I
the
think I
wheel.
would try to do piggyback seats. I think like 4 and 4 would be better,
Yeah, it'd be
but
much better so I can be engaged with everyone.
you're really like
How
when
do
you
you do
have
that,
that many
though?
people. Well, you'd have to buy them all at the same time online. Like one person buy the 4 in front
You can't pick seats though. You
Yeah,
pick
you
like
can.
rows.
You can pick seats.
on SeatGeek. You can pick individual seats when you buy
Oh,
tickets.
I've never done that.
What?
What?
How do you buy
You always
tickets?
pick the row. Like game time, you
No.
don't pick seats. Yes, you don't pick seats.
Who uses game time?
I mean, we did for A&M, but
I
it
understand,
still-
but, like,
it told me
before-
what seats I
your
had in a
whole life?
row.
Like when I've gone to games, it's just usually you pick the row and then you get assigned the seat after.
Ticketmaster, and SeatGeek, there's all dots on the map, and you choose like the dot you want to sit in.
Crazy.
Never
Ted.
seen that before.
This is insane. Between
No,
the
it's
double
not.
G,
You're in the
double D,
You're in.
this is
That is
you're in the
not
minority.
insane. I've
Yeah.
never bought a ticket where I picked a seat.
That's
All right,
weird.
we'll Twitter.
You're-
We'll get maybe a Twitter poll for that. I don't know how to phrase that. How do you want that phrase, Connor? Since this is attacking you.
When you buy tickets, are you buying like? Does it only say the row, or does it say row and seat number?
do you select the specific
Like,
seats you want, or do you just get the
For
row?
game time, it's like that's really bad shade, but you can't
No, I
see
can
that at
see.
all.
Yeah, it says row. Or do
And
you
then
just select the
it
row?
says like selected from seats 15 through 24. It's not like it gives you the exact ones, it's just kind of the range.
so specific.
It's just harder. But that is one of my things to work on if we, next time is if you can do the stack 4 and 4 and the price works out. It was good to have all 8. It's better than sitting across the stadium from each other. But I think if I had to do it again, I would go 4 and 4. That was it. I think we can hop into actual sports now. Pookies
Thanks,
and
Jack.
Dookies of the week. Alex, I have 5 Pookies and 2
Jesus.
Dookies.
I have 3 and 3, but I don't need to go in depth.
Nice.
Alex, you can take this segment off. You don't have to give one if you don't want to. I'm sure you will because you get carried away.
Me in this section,
We'll let the
getting
guests
carried
go
away.
first.
Me.
Connor, what was the best Pookie you saw this week?
That there will be a 2027 MLB lockout. That's
That's a
Pookie.
Dookie, no?
That's a Pookie. Salary
Why?
cap established, floor established as well. More competitive market instead of the Dodgers just dominating. Shohei Ohtani dominating. Freddie, Mookie, every single player you can imagine in their starting rotation.
Mookie?
Why'd you?
That's
Okay,
what I heard
Evan.
too.
Mookie?
Mookie.
Mookie Betts?
Mookie Betts.
2 O's.
Mookie. It's the
There
name of the segment,
will be a
Connor.
lockout. Hopefully, it's not longer than like the first 2 months. We can withstand, like, we're fine until June if need be.
Counterpoint, you trust Rob Manfred and the people negotiating that to figure it out?
Isn't Manfred going to be gone?
Why would he be?
Either way, I think just having that discussion and lockout's probably necessary for the future of baseball, not just dominated by the big markets like it's always been.
Alex can
Let's-
get behind me here.
Communism and MLB, that's what we need.
Theo Epstein is what we need. Get him involved.
Mm.
Then it'll get figured out.
My biggest
I think
dookie is
The
Matt
reason
Rule.
for the pitch clock. I had Nebraska as one of my 2. So credit to you.
Matt Rule
Right.
had the opportunity to just have, if he really wanted that Penn State job, win out 10-2, 11-1, and just 18-point loss at Minnesota. Not that I think Penn State. I think actually Penn State's a big dookie too, because I don't know why Matt Rule would be one of your top 3 targets. Not that that's confirmed, but it's very speculated.
I don't disagree with that. I do have one thing I think that you brought up. I forgot to respond to on Sunday about the Billy Napier thing, and it kind of goes with Matt Rule. I think as fans, I'm guilty of it too. We get caught up too much in like on a week by week result basis. Is that going to affect someone getting hired or fired from a
Should
job?
it?
I think Penn State's AD probably already knows if he wants to hire Matt Rule.
Well, if he wants to
regardless of
hire
how they
Matt
played
Rule,
versus
it's
Minnesota.
just absolutely stupidity in general. I mean,
Agreed.
that's my point too. It's like, why would you want Matt Rule as your guy?
I'm behind with that.
Okay.
I'm behind with that. But the same with Billy Napier. Like, they already knew they were firing him regardless of what he did versus Mississippi State, which I think is fair. Like, him being Mississippi State doesn't mean, like,
Why do
we
it
should
in week
keep him.
7? Like, why do it so early?
Or
week
probably
8,
just to be the big
Waiting
fish, I
for the
guess. I don't
bye
know.
week. They were just waiting for the bye.
They're going into a bye week.
Maybe.
It's a fair point now. There's a lot of things with college football in terms of when the transfer portal window opens up, when's makes the most sense to fire a coach. I think they just strung theirs out so long they were like, we got to get rid of it now. And then we'll be first to market with Penn State, I guess. I don't know. They probably panicked because Penn State did it. It's probably how the conversation happened.
Hey, Penn State's doing it. We should do it.
What's a more
We've been
desirable
sitting on
job
it for
right
3
now?
years. That's a good question. That's a really good question, Connor.
What was the question?
I think Penn State or Florida, what's a better job?
Florida.
I'm going to counter with Penn State because of the conference.
Easier
I
to
think-
win in Penn State.
I think it's easier to win at Penn State.
I don't even know who
Okay.
Florida's number 1 target would be besides Lane. Like, who else are you going to try and get? It has to be Kiffin.
Well, you're going to
I
call Urban.
saw the list.
You're going to call Saban.
Well,
You're
Urban's
make
going to
him say
be
no.
in green and white, so he's already has a job.
Forgot that.
Lane,
Your job's not open yet.
Marcus Freeman. Those are their top 2.
Market.
That's what-
Freeman. Yes, that's your call. But Freeman puts down the phone. Like, why would
you
you
would
leave better him?
call. You would
I'm
try
saying
to take
they
Eli
would call.
Drinkowitz.
They want to call Kiffin and Freeman 1 and 2. Urban and Saban is a
Signetti.
pipe dream, and then it's like
We're Sig.
Golish, Summerall,
Six extended,
Drinkowitz.
brother.
Contracts mean nothing in sports.
Well, that's not actually true. I think buyouts are a big talking point the last year of college football. I think they
Teams
do
will
matter.
still do them if they want to. But yes, if
6 by it's not very big.
Drinkowitz will be called, and then if you had to go like the Billy Napier route of unproven Power 5, it'd be the guy at Tulane. It'd be Summerall. You probably would call
I
him.
just said Golish and Summerall, dude.
You said both.
You said both.
Thank you, Gil. You're on it.
No, you called me
Xander?
Alex.
You call me Alex.
no.
All right, Alex is Pookie.
Go ahead, Alex.
Diego Pavia. Been there since
Vanderbilt
the jump.
was mine
Since the jump.
because someone at work was a Vanderbilt guy.
Because a guy on
His
my
original school.
work team went to school in Mexico State and told me they had a really good quarterback and he transferred to Vandy. And then we got in this heated discussion at work. because everyone was saying that Nate Johnson, the kid from Utah who transferred to Vandy last year, would start over him. And I said, no. I watched his film at New Mexico State. This guy balls. He's going to be pretty good. And now, the legend of DP2 rolls on. So, Pookie, Diego Pavia. Is he super old? Yeah, but he's still good.
I would tie in Dookie, Brian Kelly's future, because the LSU job will be open by the end of the season.
Yeah, but who do they want? Who are they going to get?
I'm not convinced about that, Connor.
I'm not convinced.
Brian Kelly wants to go to Penn State. Bye-bye, Brian. Oh, you've heard that before.
Sensitive time. I've been out on Brian. You're getting me sidetracked.
Oh, God. Must-win game. That's why I'm very confused. Like, the A&M LSU game, LSU has to win that. I think A&M's a much better team. That just feels like such a fitting situation where LSU, 3-point underdog at home under the lights, Brian Kelly fighting for his job, it's a must-win game for the LSU fan base.
Angry pitchforks. I can see that. Now, kind of the other side of that coin is I could see him finagling away to like.
Does he want to be there? I don't know if he does.
I don't know.
I don't think there's anything saying he doesn't want to be.
He's not a Southern gentleman. He wants the Penn State job so bad right now.
If you're painting the picture,
your information coming from? You just think
I have sources.
So confident,
I have sources, Gil.
You don't have shit.
My urban source.
If you're painting the picture that he wants to leave on his own and that's how it ends, I'd believe that more than Penn State pays the $50 million and gets rid of him. I could see it if it's not Brian's decision. I would say LSU is going to be like, well, they'll play the Garrett Nussmeier was hurt all year card, fire the OC because he's terrible, ride with the DC because he's been great, and reload again. But I could see that happening.
Must win game.
But yeah, to your point, Alex, it was kind of crazy because we're still over 20 years of watching college football. I would never assume that Vanderbilt would actually beat LSU, even though they're favored, and they just did pretty handily. It was not a fluke. They just beat them from the start of the game to the end of the game, and it was weird to see. But Vanderbilt, good for them.
Wait, do you still hear have you been hearing my clicking a lot?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't.
I don't know how to keep my...
Well, now I definitely hear it.
I think it's the cord, Connor. I think when the cord moves,
No, I think it's like when I... Like now, can you hear it? Wait.
Yeah.
I can hear like a squeaking right here. I could plug in my AirPods, but I fear like last time it'll screw it up.
No, it's okay. There's also noise cancellation on, so it won't be that bad. It might just be annoying to us.
Sorry,
I hear Alex's like kind of room fan buzz, but you don't hear that when I edit it because it takes it out.
I apologize.
It's all right. Just be mindful of it. Pookie, Connor said his name, but Shohei Ohtani's a Pookie.
Yeah, he's really good at baseball, huh? Grant, you get a haircut?
No, you can say, yeah.
You didn't get much cut.
Sunday at Great Clips. Got 2 on the sides, took a little bit off the top. I don't know what you want from me.
Looks good, Gil.
I'm not Gil. He's Gil.
I know. I was just telling Gil to buffer down.
Shohei Ohtani, probably the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life.
Hard to argue.
I think so. Imagine if Scooble pitched Game 5 and hit 3 home runs as well.
I mean, that's probably the best performance of all time.
In the playoffs.
I mean, not even close.
Some people might be like, the World Series means more. It's just a CS. But like in terms of just, as the kids say, aura and it factor, that doesn't get better than what he did.
Didn't he hit like a 400? His third home run, wasn't it like a 490?
His second left the stadium.
470, 490, 420?
It left Dodger Stadium. I watched it. It bounced out of the stadium, which also adds to the coolness factor. He's just the best. He's the best player I've ever seen.
He's the best baseball player of all time. We were ready to declare it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you put him in Babe Ruth's era, he would handle that pitching pretty easily. The way he's able to get to, not to nerd out, the low and inside pitches as a lefty and just yank them out of the ballpark, it's insane. And then he goes and throws 10 strikeouts.
Well, he was having a pretty poor postseason, like
3 for 29 going into that game.
Yeah, but performance-wise, single greatest ever. Just a horrible NLCS, very bad. But
I forgot your team was in that. God, That's
That's tough.
It was over before it started.
That probably would have been us versus the Blue Jays, or if we played the Dodgers, you just tip your cap and move on.
I don't think you get 4-0 swept by Toronto in ugly fashion like that. I mean, Toronto, Seattle in 7. I think Dodgers will probably win in 5 against Toronto. That'd be my
Are we
bet.
still doing Pookies and Dookies here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Stay
get
on
sidetracked,
track.
Alex.
Let's stay on track.
Pookie,
Kalen
the
DeBoer.
Red Wings.
Kalen
Red
DeBoer
Wings,
and the Wingies.
we're gonna slip in the Wings.
Go Red
They're off to a
Wings.
great start. They're 5-1, looking good. We're not at the season preview. The season doesn't start until probably January. Then we'll cover them then. But good start. You like to see that. I guess we called up all the young kids and they're playing well. That's all I have to say about it.
I'm starting to buy belief. A little bit about a belief in this team.
It's
Just
October.
a little.
Todd McClellan gets you going.
I know. The same thing's happened the last 4 years where they win like
Well, that's why our season
80%
preview
of their
doesn't
first
start.
10 games.
for a
So
while.
we'll see how the next few
And-
weeks go.
Speaking of young kids, my boy Trey Augustine looked pretty nice too. Future star of the Red Wings.
I can't lock into Michigan State hockey until the tournament. I don't care about anything before then.
The number 1 ranked team in the country. Pookie, shout out.
Who's
to-
next?
Kalen DeBoer, Pookie, fully
Yeah.
back at Alabama. 4 straight ranked wins, domination, ready to get into their first playoff, officially off the hot seat after the first game.
Roller coaster first 2 years for him, I would say. But he's one loss away from the fan base completely turning on him again. They lose
To South Carolina.
at South Carolina this weekend, and they're going to be like, wow, he's not good enough for this job. That's the life that you sign up for down there with those psychos after what they got with Saban. So we'll see.
He's
Their
a
next
good
3
coach.
games pretty much make or break their season. And I will be at the Iron Bowl. So shit could happen down there. Probably not. Auburn's terrible. Dookie.
Again.
They lose every game. Every game they play, they lose. Pookie, Notre Dame, go Irish. They're probably in the playoff.
Yeah.
I think they punched their ticket this weekend. That was the biggest game left in their schedule. They look like they're doing the same thing they did last year, except last year they lost to Northern Illinois. This year they lost to 2 really good teams. But Boston College, Navy, Pittsburgh, Syracuse, Stanford. Just skip to the end of the season. Not sure that we need to see those games
Now
played.
the question is, will they get a bye?
No, they won't be a top 4
What
team.
world are they getting at number 4?
That would be too far. They were a top 4 team without beating
I mean,
anyone.
I think there's an argument if they are one of the best 4 or 5 teams in the league. You would just have to have an absolute abysmal finish by the rest of the teams, though. Correct, but they're
No.
jumping
Yeah,
into the
there's
top
no
10
way.
right now. Like,
Next.
they're just gonna keep winning while their teams are gonna lose. But yes, they're not gonna get top 4.
I think they're going to hover. I don't think they'll get higher than 8 or 7. They won't be in a top 6, I don't think, by the end of the season. Because you have to remember, when they sit out and other teams win huge games in their conference title, they just sit pat and probably might get jumped by teams behind them.
I'm just saying
but
that they
they're-
might be one of the best 5 teams in college. But
Well,
They're going
that's
to be
what
in
the
and you're
playoffs
not going
are
to want to
for.
play them. You're going to be in
So
and you're
they're-
not going to want to play them, which is a compliment to them. Dookie, the Chargers, my NFL one, they fell off. But
They're
I'm not really
injured.
sure what's been happening to them.
I can tell you.
Is that
Their
what
whole
happened?
offensive
Scored.
line is injured. Their top 2
Scored.
running backs are injured.
it's quarterback play.
No, it's
Vlad
not.
McConkey looks
It's
better,
not
though.
quarterback play. Herbert's got no time back there. I watch them every week for
I know.
many
You are
reasons.
turning.
Their jerseys were horrible. They
So
had better
Jim-
ones on Thursday night though. Dark navy blues. Nice try, Connor. But yeah, weird to see a Harbaugh team look that bad that many weeks in a row. Kind of weird.
I mean, they're 4
My lap.
and 3. They're fine.
Yeah, but they were like people were talking about them like AFC favorites after the first couple of weeks, and now
That's
they're
why
back
the first
to
couple weeks of the
whatever.
NFL are fake. Tell the Packers
You're
that
right.
Blown out by
No, they matter.
number 1 seed in the NFC.
for now.
Chargers have lost to the Giants, blown out by the Colts, and blown out by the Commanders in the last 3 of their last 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure. So
Not good.
very cold.
I thought that they were for sure would win that Colts game. I think I picked them in the pool.
And Chiefs have
Didn't
absolutely
go well.
Chiefs and
I
Chargers
finished
just
first in the
flipped.
pool this week.
that.
How about that?
I
Shot
saw
mine
that.
Cole. Got me by 1.
13 picks.
You want me to
correct.
start trying? I'll start trying, Connor. You get scared.
You've
This
been
is
trying
this
all
is this is
year.
a tough week. I think this is a week where ground could be made up.
You want
My
15
last
and 5.
Pookie.
Wait, can I get one in? One more Pookie and Dookies before you go twice.
Yeah, I guess.
Pookie Jordan Love saving Matt LaFleur's legacy. Matt LaFleur
That
was
was a
dead
legacy.
set on kicking the field goal there to tie it, which they would have lost because Cardinals carved them up at the end. Jordan Love said to Matt, "We got to go back out there, coach." Regularly.
No, we
Why
cut
did you
Gilly.
just act like that?
We cut Gilly.
No. Jordan Love saved Matt LaFleur's job, going back out on the field, making them go for fourth down. Saved by the bell.
They're not fun. Kyler loves talking about if someone's getting fired or not. Loves job
Hiring
talk.
and firing is
Just
more fun than the game itself.
So ridiculous that he just assumes like one play is Matt LaFleur fired, even though he made the playoffs like 20 times.
He's
Is
never
this the
going to
Pack-
get fired. There's a difference between will and should. Entire
Is this
Twitter.
the Packers question now where like maybe we'll rope this in this segment? What happened to the team I saw in week 1? I was wondering that to myself while
They're
watching them
dead.
play the Cardinals.
They die.
I don't believe that fully.
best
Alex,
record in the
'cause they're still
NFC.
good.
So
Yeah, but
No,
you
but
look like
you-
shit every week and you barely win.
They don't look the same.
and you have Lions have 2 double-digit losses, so there's
This
a
is not
difference
about the
there.
Lions.
We're not comparing.
Well, there is a
Connor.
comparison because you just said what happened in week 1. Packers have completely
No.
shifted tones.
Yes,
the
they
team
look
that
different.
I saw,
they don't look very
like,
good
just-
right now. Tell us why.
Their sharpness. I mean, Parsons still looks as good. He's
I
still running
don't
people
like.
down.
I don't
just
even
get it.
disagree with you. I think the Lions are a better team right now.
We're
but there's a
not
thing
talking
in the,
about them.
Just
We're
I
not
know.
talking
Just
about
let
the
me
Lions.
finish my sentence, okay? And yes, you were.
No, we
Anyways.
were not.
In the NFL, it's not college. It's about winning the football game. Everyone's professionals. You still have the best record in the NFC right now. Do they look sharp? No, not at all, to be honest. But
That's what. Can you answer our question? Because you're
Connor.
not answering it.
That point you made is not right. The first point you made is wrong about
what point?
the NFL just winning the game. I always go back to the season with the Vikings were the most obvious fraud spotting team of all time. They would lose to good teams by like 40, and then they would beat bad teams by like miracles. And then they hosted the Giants and Daniel Jones and got in the first round of the playoffs. Like, yes, winning games is good, but like you can kind of tell, not as much as college, but a little bit. If you're not beating bad teams good, you're probably not that
You
good.
can, but Green Bay's also beaten good teams as well. So
I agree. I think you're different than that. I'm just saying that point, it does kind of matter in the NFL.
What we
I-
asked
it's
was
a
what's
long
the difference? You have not answered the question whatsoever. You just keep giving different answers. So can you just tell us, from an X's and O's standpoint, why do the Packers look worse in the last few
why are the
weeks?
Packers not undefeated? Because we had 2 kicks blocked away from being a 6-0 team. There's your answer.
That's once again not the question I asked. You changed the question.
But I just don't. I don't know why you're in a dog
I'm
fight
talking
with
in the
Jacoby
wins.
Brisket.
I
Come
know,
on,
in the
if-
wins.
just-
You should
if-
kill them.
If they beat the Browns and beat the Cowboys, I doubt there's any like nervousness about this team right now. You're still winning NFL games on the road.
You're not answering my question.
Teams.
At all.
What?
You're not even remotely answering
How am I
my
supposed
question.
to answer this? Our quarterbacks in the last 3-4 weeks has had fourth quarter drives to either win or tie the game,
That's not
or
the
set himself
question.
in the position.
That's not
This
the
team
question.
is still very
Do you
elite.
wanna
This
listen?
is still
Do
a
you wanna
top 5
listen?
team in the
Do you
NFL.
want to listen to the question?
Well, there's not one single thing that ever equals to why a team's not sharp. I don't know how you want me to give you a specific answer. I've given you my
Like, is the
2
offensive
reasons
line
of being
playing
special
bad?
teams.
Is the defense struggling? Is the quarterback
play
play
calling.
bad? Are there?
It's
Thank
play
you.
calling.
All right.
That's an answer.
I've
play
told
caller.
you that multiple weeks. Matt LaFleur is a horrible play caller.
I don't read every text you send in that 20-person group
This
chat.
was
Connor.
actually in our last Shot of Michigan Sports episode
that was
that
like
you were
I wasn't
a
even
month
on it.
ago. You were on it.
Just when I ask a question, why can't you just answer? Jesus.
It's play calling,
Thank you.
and it's our secondary is absolutely atrocious. If we don't get to
Okay.
the quarterback within a split second, someone's wide open with these. The secondary is horrible, and special teams has lots of problems. Those are the 2 main things you need to. And Matt
That was
LaFleur.
what I was looking for about 6 minutes ago. So thank you.
I feel better now. And I
Okay,
want it to be
well,
understood.
Packers
I was not taking shots at the Packers. I
Had
still
nothing to
fear
do with
them
the
most.
Lions.
I
at
actually
all.
fear the Packers the most of any team the Lions have to face the rest of the year. I just was like, the team I watched in week 1 looked like Super Bowl favorites. You might still view them that way. They just look like a little bit off of that from when I was curious what happened.
Yeah,
That's all.
a lot with the offense too. They just start clenching once you get like within the 40-yard line because they can move the ball. They're the best third down offense in football, but once they get up into the red zone, they have lots of problems converting.
I think you guys just got to pound the rock with Josh Jacobs. That'll solve every problem.
The run hasn't really been. It's been tough to establish the run too. Like there are problems, but this team still has found ways to win.
Yeah. My last NFL one for Alex Pookie, AJ Brown. Great week, great bounce back week. Trade for him this week, and he answered. He responded well for the Ballers, so that was cool to see. That was it. Lions game.
Yeah, not much to talk
Detroit
about.
Lions.
We were already talking about the Lions, so
They win 24-9 versus the Bucs. Alex, opening thoughts, opening statement, like you're at a press conference. What do you think about the Lions game versus the Bucs last night?
You know, there's things they got to clean up, no doubt. But gritty performance on the defensive side of the ball. Great job by Calvin Shepard getting guys in position to make plays. Secondary held up. Baker struggled. He might have been able to do a little bit more. He missed some throws, but part of the game. Ali McNeil's a good football player, and Jared Goff is not sharp. Jahmyr Gibbs is a superstar.
Jared Goff may have had the worst, 20 for 29, 240 yards,
He looked bad.
1 touchdown game I've seen. He looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, the Bucs, they send a lot of pressure. They always do. It's kind of a tough defense to play against. Vita Vea is still really good.
So good.
Still really good.
System just
So
wasn't
mean.
working one night.
That we asked Tate Ratledge to block him in the first series one-on-one. I was like, that's mean. That's not going to work.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad at Tate Ratledge for that. That's just impossible to do.
Good time for a bye week, but for
Great time.
as
The
bad
best time bye week of
as
all
it
time.
felt, we had so many opportunities to just shut the door on the game, and we didn't do that, and we need to do that because that will bite you in the ass later in the season. So things to clean up, but we'll take the win for sure. Have not lost 2 games in a row since 2022.
That's a stat and a half. That's nice. In terms for me, this is that's the cool thing about football is this is the amount I thought we'd win by, not how I thought we'd do it. I thought we'd win a shootout. I think I thought we'd win 38-24 or something because I didn't think the defense would do good. Turns out 24 was the most points scored. Held them to 9. In terms of games that remind me of, it feels just like the Vikings regular season finale game, where in this case Baker played like crap, Darnold played like crap after a good season. Lions had guys off the street playing. Gibbs had 3 touchdowns versus the Vikings. He had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns versus the Bucs. It basically was the same. We were wearing the same uniforms. It's like I'm watching the exact same game. Must-win game for the team against the Bucs. Kind of backs were against the wall going into a bye week. Like you said, Alex, very weird. The sloppiest, most dominant first half I think I've ever seen. In yards wise, we had what felt like 1,000. They had 5, but we had 3 turnovers. We had a fumble, turnover on downs, interception at the end of the half. So you're up 14-3, I believe, at halftime. But it felt bad. And then really the biggest drive of the game was the third quarter drive. They score to start the half, 14-9. Oh my God, we're in one. We're gonna really just throw us away. 7 plays, 73 yards, 4 minutes, 21-9. Then they punt. Then the fourth quarter just kind of suffocated them, I guess. Added a field goal. And Jake Bates missed a field goal in that first half too. So to the sloppiness. Then he made one, a huge one. So a doink actually.
Baker said he missed.
What a game. Baker said he missed. Baker was not happy.
He did get tripped
in terms
late
of
in the game.
In terms of ref, I think we won the ref battle. I think they benefited us more than they probably benefited Tampa Bay. It feels great to be on the side of that, though.
But what do you think should have been called with the
Hussey made
interception?
It so complicated.
The interception, I think they got the interception and the ball spot correct.
I think both of those were right.
I'm just more. I think it comes down more shock to overturning plays, overturning that, because I don't know how definitive it was. Even though I did think that it was caught by Lions, but you can't never blame for the refs being on your sides a little bit. You need it here and there.
I said out loud to Marissa, I said, it sucks that this is not going to be a pick because of how the rule is, but I really do think that it was Arthur Mollett who had his controlled it more than Kate Otten did. But I was like, it just always goes to the offense. So I was truly stunned that they called that interception. That was cool. I did not think that would happen.
one of the best offenses in football. I mean, it was a really I thought Lions would cover. I think just coming off a bad loss to Kansas City against Tampa. I mean, a lot of injuries and wide receivers, but they played through it until they got hurt again. It was an impressive statement win by the Lions heading into the bye. The NFC North is just terrifying.
Well, it's a 2-team race.
I'm saying terrifying for me, not for the league, but
yeah. I mean, but it's just us and you guys. I'm saying I don't care about the Bears or the Vikings, respectfully.
I mean, Bears started 4-2 last year. I'm not worried about them. They could do the same
Bears
thing.
Just for, I mean,
Vikings are very stingy though. Vikings are frisky. So yes, they play close games. They play close.
No, they're not.
They'll beat LA. They played very well against Philly. I mean, I know Philly's been in some struggles the last few weeks, but they'll beat LA this Thursday. Carson Wentz.
They're going to fly to the Chargers when the Chargers have lost like 3 in a row and beat them. No, they beat the Dolphins, but the Chargers are reeling.
Chargers and the Chargers barely beat the Dolphins. Chargers aren't a good football team.
Bears are really good, apparently. So
JJ doesn't normally plays well in the Chargers, but just the guys in the secondary that we pulled off the street. Some fun names to know. It was a fever dream. It really was the end of last season. I'm looking around like, who is this guy? Eric Hallett, Arthur Mullet, who I said probably not pronouncing these right. Rock Yassin, Thomas Harper, Nick Whiteside, Lauren Strickland. Nick Whiteside was a UDFA, played at Fair State. Thomas Harper, not drafted, played at Notre Dame. These guys are making plays all over the field.
I think Nick Whiteside played at Saginaw Valley State.
Is that what I said? What did I say?
Fair State. And Fair State has won 3 national championships. That would be a big-time powerhouse program.
Correct. I meant Saginaw Valley State. I looked at it today. I must have confused.
They're
the same colors.
You goofed. Well, they're not.
Goofed.
Fair's is yellow and red, and Saginaw is red and white.
And navy blue.
Saginaw Valley State's
yellow. Ferris is yellow, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Trinidad.
Trinidad Champlain.
Alex, you said these two. Gibbs is the best. Connor, you made it vocal that you want Gibbs on your team.
Jameer Gibbs on my team.
So
like a sexy player.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Josh Jacobs is Josh Jacobs is an incredible running back. I'm very happy to have him. He's an upgrade even on Aaron Jones, but
kick him to the curb for
Jameer Gibbs is like the primetime CMC. Like he can do everything. I want that. Like, yeah, I don't want to knock Jacobs. Just Gibbs is he's one of the top 3 outside of quarterbacks. I think one of the top 3 most like the asset you want to steal on your team. I'd say it's like
you're ready to declare him the best running back in football.
Sure, I'll declare it. I'll be the first one.
Oh, Evan's going to be mad.
I doubt I'm the first.
Most exciting for sure. He doesn't get a full workload, but he's starting to now. They actually are starting to
as someone who has Bijan on his fantasy team the last 2 years, I love watching Bijan play. So it's between them two right now. And CMC's been really good all the way back in JT. So honestly, a lot of good running backs in this league. But I don't know if I'd take any of those over Jameer Gibbs right now.
He just does something like every week that like makes my jaw drop. And I've seen him do 1,000 things on a football field. I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be able to do that. But he just does. I think it was like the more impressive than the long touch. Because that was a no-brainer. I don't know about you, Alex. I've watched enough Jameer Gibbs. Once he hit the acceleration, I was like, that's gone. I mean,
he got like 7 yards past the line of scrimmage. I'm like, oh, he's going to the house. It's over.
I was like, Winfield has 0
How
angle.
fast is this guy going to get to the end zone? Is what I was saying.
When does
Jameer actually he shifted down at the 20-yard line. He just kind of coasted that touchdown, which was insane.
He flew by Winfield. Terrible angle.
When does Gibbs have it? When's the contract? Did he have his contract year?
He's only in his third year.
Third year. Yeah.
Third season.
Yep.
He's going to be a pricey boy.
The
5th year option.
The start of the game, we ran a swing pass to him, and he juked 2 Bucs on a dime.
Yeah.
And then ran 20 yards more. I was like, this guy is and his spin touchdown. It's
special.
It's insane. I was thinking back to when we first saw him play. His first game was against Kansas City at Arrowhead.
Yeah, they didn't give him the ball, but he made some jaw-dropping plays. He popped like 4 carries. So I was like, dude, this guy.
He's just done it. He's just done it every week since.
If you could trade Goff and Gibbs for a fully healthy Burrow and Chase, what would you keep Goff and Gibbs?
Yeah, I love them too much. And Joe Burrow doesn't really play football.
Oh, you didn't hear the first part of my question then. I said a fully healthy Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I zoned out. You're right. I was looking at my sheet.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
I love my players too much.
I just can't.
So
Yeah, I couldn't give them all.
I wouldn't even trade Amon-Ra for Jamar straight up. I like
Yeah, you
Jamar.
I would do
No,
that.
I wouldn't. I would not. I like Amon-Ra
would.
too much, and I also think Amon-Ra
He fits
complements
better.
You just
Jared
like
Goff.
You like his character more. He knows all
No,
the
he fits
receivers
Jared
he got
better because
dropped
Jared's
out.
not like a
No,
gunslinger deep ball
That's
thrower.
your own demon. Yes, I think he works a lot better with Jared Goff. A lot better.
Yeah, don't break the system.
Say Brown's also the best. I wrote that down on my notes too. Just watching him play football, we take it for granted every week, but he's just always open.
I did not
don't know
need
how
Troy
he does
Aikman
it.
to tell me
He always is.
55 times that he dropped a pass last week, but I mean, he did. He told me every 5 minutes that
He
Amon-Ra
texted Jared
dropped.
Goff, Alex.
Yeah, no,
Said,
dude,
I'm sorry.
Let's repeat that like 100 times during the game. Well,
It's a national audience. Alex.
Joe,
it's a national audience.
I think it was his first drop in 2 seasons, and then they put up the graphic first drop in 2 seasons, and then 5 minutes later he catches pass. He felt really bad about the game last week and the drop.
Wait, this is okay. That's actually his first drop in 2 years.
Yeah, that's why I was so stunned last week.
Damn,
I
that
feel like
must
he had
feel
one
nice.
last year.
No, they put the
He had
graphic.
one last
He
year.
hasn't had a drop in 2 seasons.
We have a high standard too. If it's anywhere close to his hands, I assume he's going to catch it.
Also, Joe starts the broadcast with the Tigers saying that we lost.
National
We're
audience.
no longer playing October baseball. Joe,
He's a
mean.
baseball guy. At
I know,
heart.
but that was mean.
That's
and
what he
it
cares
made
about.
me sad again after the 15-inning debacle.
I was going to say the part I like them. I like them a lot.
I like
the
them a
part
lot.
that kind of annoyed me, we were in I think it was still 21-9. Like we were in a battle of 2 NFC favorites, and it's still a 2-possession game. And they spent about 3 minutes during a drive talking about Troy Aikman's hamstring and on a treadmill and doing hot yoga. And I was like, what are we talking
I
about?
missed that
Like,
stretch because that was
I know.
when my Beats headphones went on. Because for all the people listening at home, Connor,
10-1.
10-1 all time. So I will put on my Beats headphones and listen to I don't know, mix of pump up music, some Eminem. When things get like dark in sporting events, it's not just Lions exclusive. I've done it for
When
Michigan
they
State
get dark,
basketball.
when they get dark yesterday.
It just felt like it was reeling at the 14-9 point. So I popped
Sure.
those babies on, immediately scored a touchdown, felt much better.
What's the one loss?
Well,
Hmm.
it was a heartreaking day.
NFC Championship.
Yep. I threw those on once once they took the lead, or they got close, and I put them on, and then just imagine me laying on my floor, Eminem's playing. We lost the NFC title game. Just the worst. Just the worst. But done it for MSU basketball as well, and they've had some great comebacks with the headphones. So 10-1 all time.
Troy
Did you wear them?
and Joe talked about hot yoga for 3 minutes. It was insane.
Did you wear the headphones for the Illinois basketball comeback last year?
No, I drove into
was
the
in
airport.
for that. So I did have
the road
headphones
game
in.
or the home game?
Road game.
Road
The
game.
Friday
Yeah.
night one.
No, I don't know. Then he may have.
Yes, I'm telling you, if it gets dire and I think we have a chance, I won't put them on if I think we're going to lose for sure. If I think we can come back, I'll put them on.
So it's kind of a cherry pick stat.
It's a little cherry pick. Like I won't put them on Saturday, Michigan State, Michigan, because I know we're
Come
not
on.
going to win. So I'm not
If it gets tight in the fourth quarter, they're on.
They can win.
Didn't put them on last year either.
We'll get there. Take another sip of that DDGG. We made Baker uncomfortable the entire game. I know the secondary played well, but Evan's not here, so I maybe can talk nicer about Hutch, even though his stats weren't great. A lot of attention. They did a lot of attention to Aiden Hutchinson. I think he got triple teamed on like 5 different plays. They would have the tight end, the running back, the right tackle, and I think that freed up a lot of our other rushers to let that, like Tyrus Wheat, is making plays in the backfield because they have 3 guys blocking Aiden Hutchinson.
Shout out Cody with a C. He's always been a Tyrus Sweet fan.
Yeah. I saw a tweet from our PR staff. Aiden Hutchinson, first overall in pressures, 48, first in QB hurries, 33, first in strip sacks, 3, tied for first in forced fumbles, 4, tied for 4th in the league in sacks was 6. So looks good again. No sacks to boot, but I think his impact was huge on the game. Alex mentioned Aleem McNeil. Sometimes players, when they come back from injury, they kind of ease their way in. Not Aleem. He was in there for like 40-plus snaps, batting balls down, just driving offensive linemen into the lap of Baker. So he was huge. I think it's this team's just going to get scarier. I know like you're not going to hold people to 9 points every time, but it is crazy that the entire starting secondary was out. The entire starting secondary, plus like 3 backups. Like Khalil Dorsey, Avonte Maddox is out. Ennis Rakestraw is still out. I mean, Amik Robinson was like the 5th or 6th man. He's your best corner. And he played great, but like
this would be the for just a nickel. I mean, he's a good nickel.
Great signing from the Raiders back in the day. But yeah, very excited. Buys perfect time. I'm excited to not have to sweat out a Lions game. Enjoy it. My only question to figure out for the bye week is just what's up with JMO. I traded him away in fantasy football today. It hurt me to do. He goose egged. He did get a crazy OPI call though. He should have had at least 1 catch.
That was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous call.
That was crazy. It was a back shoulder fade. I just don't know what the deal is with him. So I hope they can figure that out because he's doing the thing that wideouts do. He's posting cryptic shit on Instagram, and it makes me nervous. I don't like it.
AJ Brown did that last week, though, and then he had a 30 ball.
You can have one psycho in your wideout room.
Matthew Golden tweeted out LOL a minute after Tez Johnson scored a touchdown.
Just want to read Evan's thoughts on the JMO situation.
Receivers are a different breed.
Receivers are I mean, they're just diva.
Evan, not on the show this week, but I'll read his thoughts on JMO anyways. He said, quote, and I quote, childish actions, period. Do that behind closed doors, period. Must have been a typo. Waste of a contract extension. No, this is about JMO, Connor. Jesus Christ. Can you just not?
No, he's doing a joke.
Waste of a contract extension. I would be happy to trade him. That is Evan's thoughts on JMO because he posted on Instagram this crying Michael Jordan.
How much did you guys pay? You guys couldn't have paid him that
3 years,
much
90
this
million?
offseason, right?
3 year 90?
Oh, 30 a year?
Did you just want us to hear us say it, Connor?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
a crazy contract.
I mean, he was 1,000-yard receiver last year. He can
average
score
26 million.
Any play. We just
How many touchdowns does he have in the
involved.
last 3 years?
3 years? That'd be his whole career. Wait.
Yeah, he's only in his 3rd year. 4th year?
4th.
But he missed like
he wasn't
the entire first year because of the torn ACL.
Yeah.
And then he got suspended.
I feel like he hasn't scored that often.
He had 8 touchdowns last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just wrong.
It's okay.
7. Well, and the playoffs, though.
8.
Yeah, he's a playoff performer. He's a dog in the playoffs.
Huge playoff guy.
Because when like
he also blocks
athletes get on the field, he's like, and he gets Amon-Ra open on all these underneath routes. Like if you take him off of our team and you're telling Tim Patrick to run deep or Tesla, Amon-Ra's not getting open. Like they have to respect JMO every play. But yes, it's a waste of a contract to pay him $83 million to run deep routes and like the win sprints. Yes, it is a waste of a contract.
Games are in playoff losses, right?
Historically, they have been.
Yeah, so.
But he keeps us in the game.
Sure.
He keeps us in the game, Connor.
That run last year was electric with Teddy Bridgewater, the Bridgewater handoff.
It was
imagine being there. Pooped my pants.
I think we all hugged.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Since
right.
joining the league in 2022, Jameson Williams has 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's a lot better than whatever I thought.
It's about 4 a year, but he hasn't played full season. So
while we finish this, I can present my NFL power rankings for a quick discussion before.
I was waiting.
I know you were.
How many touchdowns did I say?
All right.
16.
43 games. 16 touchdowns, 43 games.
Pretty good.
Okay, I'll do a really quick run through. See what you agree and disagree with. Number 10, Eagles. Number 9, Broncos. Number 8, Buffalo. 7, Seattle. 6, Tampa. 5, Green Bay. 4, Detroit. 3, Kansas City. 2, Indianapolis. And number 1, the Rams.
Yeah, no, just disagree fully with the top 4.
The Rams? Best team in the NFL right now is the LA Rams?
So, yeah. Stafford is... Oh, that'll nice transition to my quarterback power rankings.
I don't agree with that power rankings whatsoever.
One sec, Connor.
All right, what do you disagree with?
Did the Broncos and Eagles just play?
Yeah, Broncos won.
They lost to them. That hurts. Because in my head, the Eagles beat the Broncos 9 times out of 10. They play a football game.
The Broncos won in Philly, so can't really.
Yeah,
that hurts my
I
case.
understand you're kind of rocking with the head-to-head thing, but
not all the time because I have Detroit over Green Bay.
I don't think
the Eagles just lost the Giants by 17.
No Niners anywhere. Niners are a wagon of a franchise.
I have Niners 11.
They're kind of.
They're just every week. It seems they're kind of flippy floppy with the quarterback situation. There's lots of injuries right now.
Yeah,
firmly disagree. I'm not in on the Colts. Not going to be on the Colts. I think they'll lose in the
We
divisional.
beat the Colts if we play tomorrow.
I think
we
we
beat the Colts for sure.
The Colts.
I don't think we spank them.
Yeah, I fully believe that.
Well, that's why we play the game.
I think that we are the best team in the NFL.
No, we're 2.
You're better than Kansas City.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
You're better than the Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see those teams play at full strength, both, because now they have Bryce back, but I'd like to see our secondary back.
Just what's your top 5?
In no order.
Chiefs are 1, Lions are 2.
Chiefs, Rams.
I would go Green Bay 3. I still think Green Bay is the most talent.
Eagles, Packers.
More than the Rams.
You guys think Green Bay's top 5? Yeah. After just giving me shit earlier?
We didn't give you shit. We just asked why they don't look as good as the first week.
But like when you guys say that, I'm under the impression that you think they're very bad right now, and they're just randomly winning.
I don't think teams that are winning are bad. You have Micah Parsons, dude. He's a monster.
You look like clear Super Bowl favorites in the first 2 weeks of the year, and now you don't.
Okay.
And I just want to know what happened from your fan perspective.
All right. Well, yeah, you think
Colts are not in my top 5 than me. I think it's 4 NFC
teams though.
Yeah, the AFC.
Let me see who they played.
They played 4 bottom teams.
They dropped the ball at the 1 away from being undefeated.
Colts haven't
beat
anyone worth a shit, dude.
Dolphins, horrible. Denver, whatever. They should have lost that game. Tennessee,
they beat
horrible.
Denver and Chargers.
Lost to a team with the pulse, the Rams. Beat Las Vegas, don't care. Beat Arizona, don't care. Beat the Chargers, I guess I don't care because the Chargers apparently are bad. Don't care. They play Tennessee this week, don't care.
Do they have the
go to Pittsburgh, don't care. They play Atlanta,
they're playing
don't care.
Teams, Connor.
If they beat the Chiefs on November 23rd, I will tell you they're a good team.
You're telling me
don't.
If the Lions play that schedule, dude, they would win 40-7 every week. The teams that we have played that are bad, we 40-7. Yeah. Whoop.
Yeah, there's nothing that.
From this year. What do you mean?
Absolutely spanking teams in the NFL means nothing when it comes to the playoffs. We saw what happened last year. It's all about consistency.
We're not talking about the playoffs. We're talking about how the fact that Colts haven't
you are talking about the playoffs because you're talking about being
injuries.
very strong heading into the playoffs by beating up on these teams instead of just escaping like Green Bay does.
We also weren't beating up on teams at the end of the year.
About Green Bay.
I'm using your arguments against you. I'm leveling the playing field with how we're talking about
the difference between the Lions last year is that the entire defense was injured when the playoffs started, but everybody ignores that. You and Evan both like to pretend that didn't happen.
Didn't throw a pick 6.
That's not why we lost the game. But
we did have 5 turnovers. It's probably the biggest reason we lost the game. J-Mo threw 1 though.
Lions scored 52 points on the Bears. You think if we played the Titans twice, we wouldn't put up 52?
Never said that.
We beat the Browns 34-10. The team we lost to.
Dude, NFL power rankings are so fluid based on what happens to a week-to-week basis.
If we played the schedule the Colts played, we would be undefeated or would have lost to the Rams.
Very well, yeah.
My point is the Colts aren't that good.
The teams in the top 5 and 10 are so interchangeable. We're so early on in the year. I don't know who's better.
I don't think
the real storyline is
the Lions have lost 2 double-digit. Lions have had 2 double-digit losses so far, and the Colts
week
had
1 when we did show up.
7-0.
Fine, congrats. And then the Chiefs game is what it is. You know,
the Zebras stole that one from us.
They weren't great, but that's not why we lost.
Okay, you can say the Lions are. Don't disrespect Indianapolis.
You're putting the Lions and the Colts on a neutral field. The Lions are favored by 7.5 at least.
Easy.
Definitely not. 7.5.
At least, dude. We're just 4.5 point favorites over a 5-1 Bucs team that was supposed to be the best team in the NFC. What are you talking?
That's in Detroit with a depleted offensive core.
With no secondary.
Quite a different situation. I know.
We didn't even have a secondary, and we were still favored by 4.5 points.
Tyler Warren
And it
does
moved
scare
all the
me,
way to
so does
6.5.
Jonathan
Not a
Taylor.
neutral. This is not a neutral site field against Indy.
The Colts
Okay.
are worse than the Bucs.
I don't think so.
You think the Colts are good?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Because of, give me 2 reasons. I don't want this to be a Colts discussion, but
Jonathan
you made
Taylor
one.
in
Good player.
defense.
This is our Colts.
Great
This is
point
our
differential. If that's
Good
what you're so concerned about, is point differential. We talked about that
defense.
earlier. So
Gave up 27 to the Cardinals, 24 to the
Well, Jacoby
Chargers,
Brissett.
28 to the Broncos, and then beat a bunch of civs.
You can have a good defense and give up several points. Green Bay has a pretty good defense on paper, but gave up 40 points to Dallas. So it happens.
Well, Dallas is
Yeah,
also
Jonathan
good.
Taylor versus the Lions last year, 11 carries for 35 yards.
Colts weren't good last year. Different team.
Colts are good.
We
this
stopped
year.
the run, baby. We
do.
stopped the run.
That we do.
That's one thing we can hang our hat on. We got big boys that stop the run. And I don't know if the Colts are going to pass and beat us. I don't think so.
All right, quarterback power rankings to get you even more upset.
Daniel Jones is number 1.
No.
It has to,
It has to be, dude.
Herbert-
They're a top 5 team.
Herbert 10, Daniel Jones 9,
Off, dude. This
Josh
guy
Allen
sucks.
8, Jordan Love 7, Mahomes 6, Drake May 5, Baker 4, Goff 3, Dak 2, Stafford 1.
Start from 5 was May.
May, Baker, Goff, Dak, Stafford.
I don't know how fluid your rankings are, but after what Baker did last night, he would be outside the top 10 for me. He
They're
looked
very
atrocious.
fluid. I had Baker.
I
1
think I'd move him out.
the
I think I'd
previous
make a
week.
point.
No,
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, the Bills have been weird, but that's because they cannot stop the run. So the
That's
Colts could
not
actually
it.
beat the Bills. The Colts could beat the Bills. Josh Allen has no business being the 8th best quarterback in the league. He should be still top 3. I don't think he's really doing anything
Bills
wrong.
lost at home to New England. They could easily lose to the Colts. The Patriots lost to the Raiders. The Raiders got smoked by the Colts. It's the NFL. Full
Sure, I
circle.
just don't think Buffalo is like. I don't think Josh Allen's necessarily playing bad.
I don't
I
either.
think
I think all these
defense
quarterbacks
is just
have been
bad.
all these quarterbacks have been great this year.
I like Goff top 3. That gets me excited. You're giving him his due.
I think Jared Goff is for sure could win the MVP this year. Absolutely could.
top 3 in passing touchdowns right now. You like
Staff
to see
God's
that?
good, no doubt.
Staff God's playing really good.
And as someone who has Dak on my fantasy team, Dak's just so awesome to watch. He's at
Dak's been
awesome.
playing well. It
Oh,
helps
yeah.
so that he's in shootouts. His defense
Yeah,
is horrendous.
it does.
He's asked to do.
Just gets to throw
Him
50
and Jared
times a
Goff
game.
have him and Jared Goff have completely different game plans when they go into a game.
Yeah.
Jared can hand it off to his running backs, chill. Get some
I feel like
stops.
Mahomes should be higher. I feel like the buzz around Mahomes is he's playing
Mahomes
like
has been
back to
pretty
his old
good
self.
this year.
Drake May ahead of him feels reactionary.
Drake May's been good, but
May's
they
been
also
very consistent. May has been pretty.
You want to talk
incredible
about
with
schedule
what he's-
merchants?
yeah. Holy shit, dude.
They won in Buffalo.
Yeah, but you said
That's
they
it.
suck.
That's it.
Pretty important.
All right, same thing. I'll tell you when the Patriots are good if they beat the Bucs on November 9th at Tampa Bay. If they win that game, they're good.
I think a win in Buffalo proves you're a good team. I don't know
No.
how you can't say they aren't. But Buffalo's a good team.
Did they beat Carolina,
Buffalo's
New
lost
2 in a
Orleans,
row. Oh,
Tennessee?
Buffalo's not. I don't
Okay.
view Buffalo as a great team right now because they can't stop the run. If you can't stop the
Okay.
run in the NFL, you are going to get got by a lot of teams that you shouldn't get got by. Buffalo's weird. I thought they were going to be awesome this year. I don't know what's going on there.
I think they're.
Well, they
gonna
were
be
through the first 4
just
weeks.
fine. I mean, they're 4-2 for God's sakes. Let's relax.
Pats will probably win that division with how terrible their schedule is.
I lost
Honestly,
2 bad games, but they got the Panthers this week to get right,
And
Yeah.
Young's out.
Mm.
and then they get the Chiefs and then Dolphins. Bucks could easily find their way
Will-
at 7-2, and then we're like, holy shit, they're awesome.
Drake May top 5.
I think all of these
Ahead
teams
of
are good.
Mahomes.
Like it's so paper thin.
I don't.
I think the AFC
think
is bad.
Yes,
I think the
my
AFC is a
point.
bad conference.
I think
I think
four,
our conference is great.
4 of the top 5
What a
teams
flip.
in the NFL are in the NFC. The Chiefs are the only team from the AFC that I'd put up there right now.
It's really because of injuries, because the Ravens got hurt
Yeah.
and Burrow got hurt. So, and Herbert has been playing bad. So it's pretty much the Chiefs in the AFC. Like if Chiefs Colts play in the AFC title game, Connor, I know you're like the Colts look out. I mean, the Chiefs win that game by at least 14 points.
You can no, dude. At least we got to stop saying these double-digit scores
Well,
between
what
two incredible.
gives me
I
reason
know,
to
but
think
you
the
get my
Colts are
point.
actually good?
What
Because
makes
they
you think the
haven't beat
Chiefs are
anyone
really
worth a
good?
shit.
You asked the same question 10 minutes ago.
Because he doesn't answer questions, Grant. He
I told
tiptoes
you.
around them.
It's Jonathan Taylor, dude.
We stopped the run.
And Daniel
We're
Jones.
fine.
Shane Steichen, coach of the year.
Good
That
coach.
guy, they wanted him fired last
Sure.
year.
I don't know if they did.
Oh,
It was
they
early
did.
on. He's still a pretty young head
You
coach.
love firing coaches, dude.
I love hiring. and
I'm
firing. I
I'm
love
watching the Colts every week now.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad you
hate
gave me that,
watching
Connor.
Good
You
thing
act
they
like
play
I'm
an
the only person in the
absolute
world who
joke
thinks
of a
that
football team.
You think I'm the only person in this country who thinks the 6-1 team in the AFC is
I thought
not
you'd be
good at
better.
football?
I thought you would use some critical thinking, but maybe
I
this is being up
thought-
to
I did.
nobody.
The first 3 weeks, I thought they were ass. Then they played the Rams really close, should have won that game, and they're just consistently beating teams in the end. They're not bad. They're good. The Texans, AFC South's a
What-
joke.
What was the week that I said that I would tell you the Colts? With November 23rd, I was telling you if the
Kansas
Colts are
City?
good. Yeah.
It's no different than the Texans the last 2 years. Not good team, but bad division.
Texans were never a
Make
Texans
the
were
playoffs.
never like
Don't win
dominant
shit.
in their games.
The Colts don't have to win that game, Connor. The Colts have to lose by 3 points or less.
Where's it at?
That's my spread at Kansas City. The spread is
If
3.5.
they lose by less than the Lions, they're a good team.
No.
You can't. No, yeah.
That's
If they're within 10 points, they're a good football
Transitive
team.
property does not translate.
We lost
To
by
sports.
14. So that's a big
You lost
cushion
by
for them.
13.
13.
31-17, I thought.
30 to
17.
17.
Oh, okay.
Also late give up touchdowns, so whatever.
Yeah, okay. How about 6 or less?
No, double digits.
I'll eye test it. I'll tell you if they give up.
Okay,
If they're like in it.
I'm an eye test guy, so that's fine.
All right. We'll meet then.
We won't lie to
November
each other.
23rd.
Wait.
But until
before we
then,
move on,
I can't.
Final question.
If they beat Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, that would prove me something too.
well, the Bengals just
Yes, Alex?
beat the Steelers. So
That was obvious, though. That was an
And
obvious.
Cincy
That was
Thursday.
going to happen.
Joe Flacco.
Lions at the Colts. They play on Sunday. Hypothetical.
That'd be
What's your
incredible.
score
I'd
prediction?
be so excited to watch that game.
Lions at Colts. What's your prediction?
Lions at Colts.
31-20 Lions. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals by the Colts.
I would probably. You want me to say the Lions, and I think the Lions.
No,
will
I
win.
want you to answer.
31-28
Any way you want.
Detroit.
Okay, good to know. Lions are better than the Colts.
Brian
Let's move on.
Branch picks off Daniel Jones and then flips off their fan base because he's a scumbag. Detroit Tigers, maybe quickly, I guess. It's weird because it feels like their season ended a month ago, but we haven't really talked about it. We
Not
watched
only
Game
does it
5
feel like their
together.
season ended, it feels like it's just all over again. Just over.
Agreed.
Just feels like the
Like,
end.
100% agree.
Us being good.
Yes.
Like that
Well, we were
brief
never good.
2-year window of being above mediocre and having a slightly entertaining ALDS. Yeah, those days seem over. I think we're right back to the toilet next year. We're not making the playoffs. Feels like the end. And it's
You
right
saying
back
you
to
think that's going to
boycott.
happen, or you just feel sad right now?
No, I think that's going to happen.
Do you
Oh,
think
that's
that
really
Detroit
sad,
is going to lose top talent and not gain anyone? Because if so, then absolutely, because they barely got in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they just.
I don't know what they're going to do.
It comes down to one simple thing. When is our owner going to commit to winning baseball games? When he does, you guys call me. If not, I'm going to have to fire up the boycott again because it's just ridiculous. We did nothing at the deadline. We said that in our playoff preview that we had nothing exciting on our team. Somehow this team got to the ALDS. Good for them. Good for them to get to game 5, I
We had
guess.
6 All-Stars.
One hit away from the
These
ALCS.
All-Stars are
too.
bad, dude. These are not good All-Stars. They were All-Stars because they were a product of a team that was the best team in baseball because they got hot in the beginning of the season. Javi
Sure, but I'm
Baez
saying that's
was the greatest baseball player I'd ever seen the first 2 months. Obviously,
He played
that
great in
didn't
the
He was
playoffs,
good in the
though.
playoffs.
Yeah, he was fine then, but I mean, he was also terrible.
I just-
the second
there's
half of
this-
the season. Zach McKinstry
there
is
is
not
this-
an All-Star, Grant. You kidding me? Is that guy an All-Star?
no long term. That was. Well, he an alternate because someone dropped.
Yes.
Well, he counts. As
I'm
one of
just-
six.
It was a utility alternate. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
just saying though, it's frustrated me back and forth. I agree. Looking back, it would have been nice to obviously sign Eugenio Suarez. Okay,
we
he
were
was bad
struggling when we
versus
got to the deadline.
He was iffy versus us, but he's been very good the rest of the playoffs. I agree. Adding bats, I think if we did it over again, Scott Harris would do some things differently. I was listening to his end of season press conference. I believe in him. I think he knows what he's doing. He's still very young.
That's not the problem.
Well,
which is what I responded to you.
Well, he made it seem that if we were going to make one of those deals, we would have to get rid of a top like Max Clark and McGonigal on top prospects.
Well, it was Melton. We'd get rid of Melton, who helped us in the playoffs a lot.
Was that confirmed? It was Melton.
Well,
was a part of these?
Melton was going to be one of the prospects that would probably have gone out.
I'm excited for Melton. Honestly, I'm excited for me to part of the rotation next year. Is Job going to be back at all, or is he going to be back in 27?
Maybe middle to end of next year. I don't think he'll be at the start. No, maybe middle. But my point being is I've gone back and forth where, like, yeah, I understand people are upset that we didn't add big bats because you see the big bats in the playoffs. But, like, we also, at some point, it comes down to the players on our team who, again, they may have been inflated, but they were all-stars. And we're talking about the number one pick in the draft. We're talking about Riley Green being a high first-round pick. Like, these are our players. And if they suck, then we will go back to the dumpster. But, like, there comes a point, though, that they're all Gleyber Torres. All these guys are good players. And they, in that game, specifically game 5, every single one of them felt like they had a huge at-bat to do something, and none of them did anything. So it's like, yeah, I can wish I had Suarez on my team, but at some point, your 6 All-Stars have to do something.
Well, that's
in the
why
game
you
that
pay
matters.
for the one big bat to pick up the load.
Those are our big bats. Those are our big bats.
They're not big bats, but that's what you need to get one.
Not a fake one, not a like
Tigers
2
fan
month flash
base
in the pan.
hates Riley Green already. They probably hate.
But at
Riley
some point,
Green
they have to be big bats.
Like in game, that's why you trade them. That's why you have to
trade them.
That's why free agency is a thing, because homegrown talent doesn't always work, especially in these smaller markets. It really shouldn't be a smaller market in Detroit. This team is, I think, going forward.
And one guy.
I mean, if we don't spend,
I was
sure.
happy to
Your
watch
lineup, if they retain everyone, retain Skubal, obviously
we're not getting Naylor. We're not getting Naylor. He's too far down with the Mariners now. If you just get one, I will go into with an ounce of enthusiasm in next year. If not, but then what happens if like Bregman gets hurt and then we're like, oh, it's always going to be this young core. We're like the Lions, like you said, we're a small market. We need to win through the draft. We are not big spenders. Our owner doesn't spend.
Yeah, we have been big spenders. We have, and we have made it work.
Since his dad,
same amount of money. You got to just start paying.
No. His dad passed away.
Yes,
since the dad passed away,
same family is what I'm saying.
Not
same money,
but they do it differently
now.
Though.
They probably have more money now.
They do it differently.
I'm just saying we have spent in the past. We're not the Athletics, dude. We can spend money.
We haven't spent in the last 10 years, so that's not.
That's why it's frustrating.
We're over a
fans.
decade now, though.
Yeah,
but we have to accept
the 2 times, and they suck. I mean, made the ALCS.
We did make. I also think we're being mad. I still had an enjoyable season. It was miserable at the end and almost missed the playoffs, but like I did enjoy the season.
I disagree. Well, I don't want to say disagree. It was really fun for most of it. But the last
come a long way.
Good
from
70%.
2015.
And the problem is, I think we're
all the way back down.
Yeah, we're regressing.
I don't agree with that, though.
Maybe we just overinflate.
Let's talk.
We had a great 12-month run, it seems like, but the last 3 months of Tigers baseball has deflated all of my hope and belief in them as a team.
Discuss
from August to August, we had the best record in the MLB. I'm not pissed about that. I'm not going to sit here and throw a pity party for myself.
Ultimately, you play to win championships and you win in the postseason, not to win in the regular season. So I don't really care. And also, the same team, their pants at the end of the regular season and barely made the playoffs.
That was bad.
Yeah, they're not good.
But last year they also did the opposite, and they made the playoffs. So like they're just a roller coaster.
Cool. Exactly. That was.
But now it's not fun.
Them making
we're
the
a good team
playoffs
still.
Was the blip that makes no
they're
sense.
A good manager.
This is not a great baseball team, but they just had an incredible run. It's not going to sustain. You need to. Kerry Carpenter's the only player on offense I think is
the only guy I like.
I still like Green and Torque. That's the thing. I still like them overall. But you have
to. Are we saying they're not going to get
better? Can't be your number one guy.
Well,
I don't think they will.
Are we ever going to be clutch in the postseason? Or are those guys?
Green is 25 and Torque is 26. They're not even close to their prime yet.
Has Torque improved over the last 5 years based on just hits? Yes, he has a home run wise. It's been comparable to his first or second year.
I didn't think Torque was that bad in the playoffs. Riley Green was more disappointing.
As a season, Torque is a completely different hitter than he was. He was in AAA to start the year last year, or at the end of last year, and then we brought him back up, and he hit 180 in the playoffs.
Can you listen to me? Better. Can I get my point now finally? So tell me what happens when you trade Skubal because you're cheap, and you don't want to pay
I think
for
there's
him.
a less than 20% chance he's here next year,
So,
sadly.
Scooble, gone.
I agree with you.
Your favorite hitter, Torres, don't resign. Gone. Okay.
If you trade Scooble, you're keeping Torres. You have the money to pay him.
Well, let's say we don't. Let's say he walks
The
to
Scoop money has to go to different
Scoob.
places. The Scoop money will have to go to
He probably doesn't
different
want to
places.
be in Detroit because now we suck. So then your
Darn ya.
rotation is led by either a young guy that's going to
Mize.
come out and be really good or Mize. So
Job.
you don't really have anybody worth like a Scooble level, which it's obviously you don't just find that. That's why it'd be psychotic not to get him back on this team. But he's gone. Torres is gone. Then you just have the core we watched in the playoffs. That team's not making the playoffs. You kidding me?
So
Not at all.
how much are you willing to give Scooble? I'm not giving him $800 million because we can't win with him. Like, you want to give all your money to one player where it doesn't matter if your offense still can't score?
I want to open up the page, the books, and I want to pay him, and I want to pay the other guys, and I want to be competitive. This is a window. You have the best pitcher in baseball.
Let's
You have
bring
a
it.
window. Open it up. Try to win for 4 years, and if you don't, sell it off and do your bullshit tank for 20 more years like last time. But I want to try to win.
It's a good thing we have the 2027 lockout because Illich is going to be forced to pay money.
Just try to win, dude.
The Scooble thing is really tough because, well, I can tell you what I think is going to happen. I don't think he'll be a Tiger next year. I think they'll trade him. If the rumors about how far apart we are in negotiations are remotely accurate, we're not making up that ground. The money also, like, I don't think people should expect, like, the money to just instantly go to baseball bats because it's all annually based. Like, it's not like it's going to free up so much more money annually if he's off our team. We're still cheap. But it's tough, too. We're like, I'm not going to lose all hope on the team because he's gone because, to Connor's point, but it's a double-edged sword. It just sucks that we've recently kind of been like, we lost a 50-50 between Game 5 in Cleveland, both Mariners games. He won in Cleveland this year, but like we have lost his starts in the playoffs. Not his fault. It's the lack of offense. So we have, like, in an ideal world, if you say we lose him, but it means you can go get some big bats and you become a team that can actually score more than 5 runs in a playoff game, like somewhat consistently, I would sign up for that. Like, I think, all right, I'll do that, but I don't trust us to actually buy those bats. And then to Alex's point, yeah, if you end up in that, then yes, you are going to miss the playoffs. But if you're like, hey, Grant, you're going to sign Scooble
days, dude.
If you're going to sign Scooble to a contract, to Connor's point, that is like absurd and handcuffs you towards the end of his career, and then you're still not going to add bats, and like we're going to keep running our head into a brick wall and just hope that he throws a complete game shutout, which we
don't let him.
That's not
we
his
don't let
MO.
him do it. So
you could have let him get to 120 pitches for sure.
So I just don't know. My route, I guess, if I had to, I would try to. If you're sitting me in the seat and I'm like, I don't know if I have the money, but even if I did, I would lean towards getting a historic haul and like going all in on the young bats.
Would you rather be able,
some of those pitching prospects can hit, and then I have like don't have one stud, but I have like I guess I don't know. Do the Mariners have a stud? I don't feel like
they have
a stud.
They have very good pitchers. They're all very good.
We're talking about pitching.
Yeah. Right now.
I was gonna say, they have
like what I want my lineup to look like.
They don't have I guess an ace, but they have everybody.
They have one of the best depth rotations in the league. I mean, the Mariners even have one of their top 3 guys against us.
They're throwing 4 Doug Fisters out there every night.
Like, would you rather have that with a sick lineup or like Scoob and then a lineup that can barely get 3 runs?
I'd rather have Mariners pitching rotation than Tiger goals.
For sure.
Verlander, Scherzer, Price, Fielder, Cabrera, Torrey Hunter.
Wait,
Dalman Young. I want all those.
We didn't win then either.
Grant? What are you asking right now? The Mariners have a much better lineup and a better rotation than us. What are you comparing?
I'm saying try to build that way instead of if you're telling me that I have. If you're telling me that I need to hold on to Scooble and our lineup's going to continue to suck, I'd rather not do that.
Mariners
well, can we go to Cuba and sign the next best guy? That's the only way this Tigers team will be successful. Just go sign a whole bunch of Dominican Republican players that are 18 years old right now.
I think our international scouting's gotten better. I don't know if that's
There's
true
only one thing I feel good about on this team, and it's AJ Hinch, great manager. Trust him to get us to be competitive no matter who is out there.
Bunted more.
Yeah, there are some bunt opportunities for sure, but I still trust that guy. I think he knows what he's doing. He's well respected. He's extended. I'm glad he's leading our team. Ownership's a huge problem. It's been a problem for a decade, and we got lucky the last 2 years. And I hope we capitalize on the minor luck of the last 2 seasons and realize that there is a window with young talent on this team. And if you just add some bats to the team, you could probably win in the ALDS and get to the ALCS. But
so for
we won't do that.
Future optimism as a Detroit sports fan, are you ranking your optimism in winning a championship more with the Pistons in the next 10 years or Detroit or the Tigers? I mean, like who do you kind of trust more for the next 3 to 5 years to like maybe be
between Tigers and Pistons
into getting to a championship, not winning it. That's a different story, but like getting to either the World Series or NBA Finals. And I'm not going to put NHL in there because
I think
wouldn't say really.
Probably Tigers.
I think it's the Tigers because baseball's easier to do it because you can almost like limp into a World Series.
Yeah,
ball goes your way.
Shorter series. That's why you play 7 games every freaking time.
I mean, East is open right now, but we also just said Ivy and Duran we don't even like, and we're not.
No, that was a clickbait.
That was fake.
That was not. That was like they weren't going to sign a new contract within like the next few weeks.
Well, Ivy is hurt for a month, so I'd like to not sign him right now.
Yeah.
So
fair. Yeah, it would be the Tigers.
Figure out what's going on.
Strictly because of the nature of baseball, but because if you get in the playoffs, you have a chance.
We have the second best prospect in the sport, who I was drunkenly telling Connor in Texas A&M, Kevin McGonigal, is going to be good. And he's going to play next year on this Tigers team. Scott Harris said that
he's going to start.
He said multiple people in Double-A that had great seasons. I would not be surprised if they were going to the Tigers next year. Like he did. He was flat out saying, like, we're skipping.
Ready?
I think he's a candidate, especially if Parker Meadows is bad.
Meadows sucks.
Clark might start in AAA.
Sucks.
McGonigal could be on the team.
I think you will see Max Clark.
Clark.
I think you'll see Max Clark in the English G next year.
I think in like September. I think.
Do you think we'll have any splash signings that we'll get excited about?
No.
I don't know enough about the offseason. I mean, Bregman is going to be available again. We probably will kick the tires again on that. But does he hate us because our fans hate him? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think our fan base hates him.
Our fans booed him like out of Comerica.
Why don't we just get all the Astros players that left?
That means we hate them.
Springer bomb.
I see what you mean.
I think everyone knows the Tigers fans just hate the ownership in general. And if we collectively just all came together, we were collective GMs of the Tigers, we could easily make this World Series team. Give us all his entire bank account, sell all Little Caesar shares. That's a team that can compete.
Springer, Naylor's a guy I really want. Bregman, just bring in all former Astros and try to get Altuve too. Just bring
Tucker.
in
I don't know how. If I had to pick one free agent for doing that, it'd be Naylor because I think he doesn't strike out, and I'm tired of watching strikeouts. I also like that Scott Harris flat out said in the press conference that the strikeouts are a problem. Like he didn't say Riley Green's name, but he basically said his name without saying his name, being like, it's just not good enough to strike out that much.
I like any big at bat with a runner on instead of just putting the ball in play when we should have bunted. Partially Adrian's fault. Strike out. Almost immediately. Guaranteed. 3-pitch. See ya. Go home. Cry. Watch us lose a 15-inning game.
If we trade, okay, so this is an offseason that would probably hurt emotionally, but I would be okay with. If you trade Skubal because you feel like you have to. Again, I would like Skubal on my team. I love watching him pitch. I understand it's a big boy business. If we think it's not going to be best long term, you trade him. People were floating out the Mets early on. If you get a sick pitching prospect, I'll do that. That means you resign, though, Torres, and you get Bregman, and McGonigal comes up to and plays.
It's not a playoff team.
Maybe not. Or you ditch, like at my theory, you ditch Torres, so then
Jack
you spend your money on Naylor.
Starter.
You spend your money on Naylor and Bregman, and you let McGonigal play second.
Mize
is your best pitcher, I guess.
I'm done entertaining offseason. Like, there's no point. They're not going to sign a player. They're just going to trade away and get prospects. They're not going to sign a free agent.
Why don't we just keep punting?
Kenta Maeda will be starting on opening day next year. Kenta Maeda, dude.
That'd be terrible.
Stop it.
It's fine. We can discuss this team in June next year. Can't wait.
Yeah, but that was the season. Again, I still had a fine time. That the stress
I'm glad
of
they
that
got
Friday
to
night.
LDS. I'm glad they put us in that feeling of Game 5. It was awesome. Would have been nice to win, but at least they gave
One
us
of the
something.
most watched ALDS of all time.
I
My
think
heart couldn't handle it at times.
It was rough.
I think that
Rubbing Connor's back.
I think the loss to Cleveland in Game 5 was more heartbreaking for me than the Seattle loss. Do you guys
Seattle
feel that
felt
same
worse.
way?
No, Seattle felt
No,
worse. for me.
Seattle
I just
felt
thought
worse.
we
I was like,
Good at
I was
all.
We had
dead
so
sober
many
by the end of
chances
that
in
night.
Seattle.
So
So
many.
many, dude. Oh,
and I felt like we were better this year because like last year that postseason run, Connor, I felt like we were a
we're just
fluky
happy to be
team.
there.
This year I was like, we're actually good. We're worse than the Mariners, but we're still good,
all
and
about
we
being
deserve
a
to
hot
win.
team. The Dodgers, like they were injury prone and up and down all year, and they really turned it on in the last month, and they're probably going to win a World Series.
Dodgers are playing a different sport than everyone else.
Exactly. Pookie, 2027 lockout.
All right, let's get into Alex's favorite topic, the last topic. Michigan State.
Get more angry.
Football game this weekend. Quickly, can I run through some stuff versus Washington?
Does anybody
Just for the
give a shit?
listeners.
Yes, you can.
Well, Michigan season's still out there. I'm still playing for something. Okay, I might have fool's gold, but I'm an optimist. I'm playing for something. Overall, Alex, you watched some of it too. It was Bryce's best.
I told you I
game
watched maybe 3 plays
of the season.
Picks.
Damon Williams, 2 picks, did not impress you. Overall, in terms of storylines of this team, the less Wink Martindale tries to do blitz-wise, the better this team does. Simple is better. When he does this goofy stuff where not goofy, but when he tries to blitz a linebacker and bring 5, it leaves someone open over the middle of the field every single time. So simple is better. There's some rumors, not message board, but reporters saying that the passing game defensive coordinator, our secondaries coach, Lamar Morgan, has been helping out more with defense. And there's some rumblings that he could be the successor next year to be DC. I don't know, but it sounds like things are happening in the locker room of terms of scheme. But there was a noticeable difference because they showed the stat insane. We blitz 50% of our plays. It's the highest in college football. Every other play we're blitzing. It's way too much. And then things get messed up in our secondary because these kids are still 18 years old. That's a lot for them to learn. Injury concerns during the game. Both tight ends were out, left tackle out, running back out. That'll be a factor for Michigan State. We'll see who comes back. But backup tight ends, Zach Marshall and Deacon Tonielli played fantastic. Jordan Marshall, backup running back, one of his best games as a Wolverine. Not as explosive as Justice Haynes, but he just churns yards, runs hard. But on that note, interesting, could be a factor in Michigan State. Short yardage running has been really bad. It's probably the biggest glaring issue since like the 2022, 2023 teams. When it's 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, I'm almost expecting us not to get it now. Whereas an entire season with Blake Corum, I just assumed we'd get it every single time, and we did. So that could be scary, and I wonder what's going on there. One of those on 4th and 1 was Samaj Morgan dropping the ball, not to get too annoyed to the level of anger of Alex, but that kid can't play football. He should not be playing. Well, he can play football, preferably for a MAC school. Should not be wearing the wing helmet, trying to catching meaningful balls. He's dropped like 7 balls.
They schemed so much up for him too. The guy stinks
a lot,
and I'm watching him do something dumb every week.
If I texted into the Michigan chat, I said, you know what? I've reached the point where I'm not even mad at this kid anymore. It's the coaches putting him in these positions to keep failing. We've reached that pathetic of a point where it's like I get mad just solely at Sharon and Chip Lindsey every time that kid drops a ball. Because, I mean, if you go insane doing the same thing, expecting a different result, just makes no sense. In terms of final score, if you box scored this game, you'd be like, wow, nice win for Michigan.
I did box score. It looked like a great win.
Well, let me tell you, Connor. We were all ready to just be done with Sharon at
7-7.
Probably, yeah. End of the 3rd quarter, it was 4th and a pubic hair. Didn't go for it. Decided to punt.
What was the score at the end of the 3rd?
7-7.
I didn't watch a single.
No, it was 14-7 because we scored right at the end of the 3rd because we punt the ball like cowards, absolute cowards. We get lucky, and Damon throws a pick in his own red zone. And then we run it in next play. So we're up 14-7, going to the 4th. He throws another pick. We kind of dominated the yards the whole game, but just bad coaching, bad decision making, just soft, passive.
Well, your coach is a blue collar worker, so He's a tough, gritty guy.
I need more grit, though. If he's going to wear the jacket, I need more grit.
Might wear a firefighter costume to the press conference this week.
Those were good memes. And our D-line played really good. They rattled Washington the entire game. But those are all my takeaways on Washington. Had to win it, and they did, so that's good. Who knows how good Washington is?
Not
Are
very.
you any thoughts? Well, I think you mentioned it, but like, is there any actual thoughts of like, hey, maybe we should just like Biff should be our guy?
No, Connor.
No.
This is not
Okay.
a rage
Biff
bait.
had like a losing record. Biff is
podcast.
coaches at Charlotte. Biff is just like
But
low-hanging
he knows how to win in the maize and blue. So
He's
All
2-0, isn't it? Yeah, but then Sharon was also undefeated as an interim. There's just a weird interim thing at Michigan. When a guy gets suspended, you do well. You could throw Jonathan Smith in the maize and blue, and he'd win an interim game. Jonathan Smith probably would be Ohio State if he was interim for Michigan that game.
No, I would not.
He might.
He would not clap. He wouldn't even clap.
We can.
He wouldn't even clap during that game.
Speaking of versus Indiana, only 2 questions I had for you guys. Did you see anything to make you feel better?
Yeah,
The group chat got a little bit excited after that Nick Marsh touchdown.
I did not.
Oh, there's a difference between rah, let's win this game, and a little bit of steam where we're actually watching the game now instead of just sitting back.
Like you just sat up in your chair a little.
Like I got up and actually, I was walking to the kitchen, but I got up and started clapping. So I was like, okay, let's go. UCLA,
yes.
Well, that was 2 weeks ago.
Let me give you the positives. Possess the ball against Indiana. That's a win. They're a good defense, good team, top 2 team in the country. Good. So
covered.
Possess the ball. I don't give a shit about covering. Possess the ball in the first half. Ate up a ton of time of possession, and that was good to see. Bad, didn't score on any of the drives, really. They scored 3 points in the second half. They moved the ball very efficiently and then couldn't score. Bad. But good that they could hold the ball and move, I guess. And they didn't go 3 and out. Evan would be happy to know they didn't go 3 and out every drive. I don't even know if they went 3 and out in the game.
Only once.
Yeah, so that's pretty good considering you're facing a top 5 team on the road.
All right.
Childs is really good. It's kind of he's a roller coaster. He's like great or shit. It's nothing in between. It'd be great if he just could find some consistency. He's been better and more consistent this year, but Nebraska game he was really bad throwing the ball. UCLA game he got knocked out,
concussion,
but he was also bad for the beginning of that game. Anyways, I watched the highlights after the fact. Can't run the ball. Defense is terrible. Defense is so bad. Excuse my French, but it is the worst defense I've ever watched in the green and white. It's not even remotely close. I'm talking 10 yards of separation on every single route by anybody. Youngstown State was doing it. Mendoza just could sit back there for 20 minutes. He could have some Taco Bell, eat a chicken quesadilla, and then just whip a ball over the middle to a wide open receiver. Indiana could, if they wanted to score 1,000 points in that game, they easily could have. The only reason that it wasn't as ugly in terms of score was because we possessed the ball so long. So, because they would score in like 3 minutes, and then we would hold the ball for like 9. And that's the only reason that it was kind of, it wasn't close, but defense
brought up probably the worst defense in college football. Today I was talking to a coworker about Michigan State football and being like, where do they stand relevant to like the outside eyes of someone? And he's saying he thinks they're maybe the second most relevant team in the Big Ten right now for football. Where do you place them? Because Northwestern, how do you want to relate to Northwestern? I would say Northwestern's a better football program than Michigan State right now. Especially because
the record's better.
I wouldn't put Northwestern ahead of us as a program yet. I'm not that drastic.
In the last 4 years, I would.
I'm biased because I watch every Spartan game because I'm a sicko. And everyone in my life cares about it, so I care about it.
So we're definitely more relevant for the pure sense that we have played in prime time with a dog shit team like 50 times in the last 3 years, and we have not even sniffed competitiveness in those
for
games.
A general football team playing a team. I'm saying like a team being scared or any thought of losing, like when they play a team like Michigan State or Purdue, who are they more scared to play?
Well, we played Purdue last year. We beat them pretty easily. So
No, we didn't.
Michigan
We
State.
escaped at the end.
we were up 28
Alright.
to 0.
I know, but it got close. It got kind of
You guys
close.
give up 6 yards per play, 107th the worst
Purdue,
in the country.
we'll say better than Purdue as a program.
Yeah.
Rutgers,
No, Rutgers better than us.
agreed.
Wow.
We'll go
They
through Northwestern.
smoked our ass last year, Grant.
Sure, but we're saying relevant programs. Like no one talks about Rutgers football.
we're still more relevant than Rutgers. Yes.
I don't know what the I don't know.
Nationally, we're still relevant. Not relevant in the sense that
Alright,
people think we're
Wisconsin
good,
and
but people
Michigan
know
State.
about us.
Wisconsin people
Wisconsin
care
and Michigan
about
State are
more
the same program
nationally.
right
I
now.
think they're
So
pretty much the same. Both
Wisconsin's
play in
pretty
a
big.
lot of prime spots. Both are always on TV.
would you
Both
feel more
get
confident
talked about being
Wisconsin or Michigan
embarrassing.
State could turn it around in the next 3 years? Like get a
Wisconsin.
8-win season. That's
Well-
crazy. We're talking about getting how crazy it would be to get an 8-win season in our program right now.
Probably Wisconsin.
Neither. I mean,
But it sounds like they're going to double down on Fickle.
Yeah,
And I think
If they're-
Michigan State's going to double down on Jonathan Smith. I don't even care about this program until we fire Smith and hire James Franklin or Urban Meyer. I don't care about this football program. If we beat Michigan, I mean, I don't even know how my gut will feel this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to feel Saturday. Like,
The
obviously, once the
craziest
game
part-
starts, you're going to get into it, kind of like last year. Last year, a little bit more momentum because you beat
we were
Iowa
4-2 going into that game.
4-3, I think.
Either way, we're above 500, and we were feeling pretty good coming off a terrible Mel Tucker season. Oh, Harlan Burnett season.
I know, but it's like this, I'm just not. I don't
4-3.
care. About it. I'm not excited about this team. Obviously, you're not. Like, no one is. No one cares.
The craziest
Besides
part.
Evan. Evan might be the only. I don't know how excited you'll be for Saturday, but Evan will still treat this as like
I mean, I'll
the game.
5 minutes before be like, "Oh, here we go!" Like I'm ready to.
It's sad because like this game
night.
rocks. Like this matchup is all.
Who
That's
doesn't?
all about.
Stop
The,
putting it at
the worst
7:30.
part is that what could happen. This is a realistic, not realistic, but it's
This game
not a
should be on
0%
Peacock or
chance.
Big Ten Plus.
Michigan State could, in theory, beat Michigan because I don't think Michigan has very much firepower, and like it could happen. I would say it's very unlikely. Like below.
So what's the
10%.
key?
Let's say they do. Let's say Michigan State beats Michigan. Holy shit. We're all not that
Not
happy,
back.
but we're
I'm not
pretty
all the way
happy,
back.
right? Then they're going to play Penn State at home, who sucks, apparently. They're just not good, I guess. They have lost. They're 0-4 in the Big Ten. They play them at home.
Interim coach,
They played
quarterbacks
Iowa
out.
tough, though.
No Drew Aller. Could beat them, I guess. So then you
He
have
played
5
Minnesota
wins.
first.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we play
you-
Minnesota next week.
I feel like we're going to
You lose that game probably.
Yeah.
And then you get Maryland late in the season at Ford Field, which Maryland isn't very good either. They have now lost to UCLA, and they blew a huge lead to Washington. UCLA is not good. There's not.
UCLA.
It's not a 0% chance that Michigan State ends up winning 6 games, and then you're like, oh man, we definitely have to keep Jonathan Smith.
It is a
Well,
non-zero
that's
percent chance.
that's
they
the
win.
question.
Why do you think that
Like-
they could win 3 out of their last 5?
Because the teams they're playing also suck.
What if? But I don't think. I think as a Michigan State fan, we need to start realizing that yes, other teams suck, but
Kids-
we actually suck so much more.
Kids
we're
can
not
start playing with their hair on
competent at
fire because
all.
they want Jonathan Smith
Teams
to
see
stay.
that Spartan logo on the schedule and say, "Hell yeah, free win, chalk it
We
up."
do
That's
have
how
a talented
we usually
quarterback
think
and
about teams like
talented
Maryland.
receiver that
You're
can
a
just
bingo
carry a
square.
team against a
yes,
bad.
they check us off.
Marsh and Charles could carry you to win 1 game against these bad
I don't know.
teams.
It would
They
have to
barely
be.
carried us to Boston College, who's one of the worst FBS teams. Like
Yeah,
I
It
don't
would
I
have to be
know,
this
like-
game.
They
I
were
don't
so
see you winning a
bad,
road
Gilly.
game. So
So
you have
bad.
to win this
Yeah,
week,
no, it would.
'cause I don't see you winning a road
I
game.
said the 3 home
3 and
games. I said
9.
Michigan, Penn State, and Maryland at Ford Field. They'd have to win those games, but it could happen.
the question.
I don't think
The
it's gonna.
question I have for you guys that we talked about in the Pookies and Dookies, it kind of was foreshadowing. You think in your heart of hearts that J-Bat has not determined what he wants to do with Jonathan Smith yet.
I think he's in a really hard spot. What
I think he's made the decision.
what I've heard, and
to keep him.
if true,
No,
Get rid of
I don't.
don't
Yeah.
excite me like that.
if this is
Let's
true,
get rid of him now.
let's
If
just
that was my gut.
let's just say what the rumors are. The
That's
rumors
important,
are
Alex.
Virginia
that
Tech's
Alan
better.
Haller went rogue on the coaching hire when he hired Smith,
I love that
meaning-
for him. That's sick.
meaning he did
You were all
not.
fine with the hire.
Can you just listen for 5 seconds, Connor? You interrupt me
He
every
wants to
single
set the
time.
stage. Connor.
Okay.
So Haller went rogue, hiring, meaning he did not ask for support from the boosters, meaning when he hired Jonathan Smith, the boosters basically said, I'm not paying for this. I did not ask for this coach. We wanted someone else. You could say Urban Meyer, whoever it was, doesn't really matter. Boosters were not on board with Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith was told by Alan Heller everybody would be on board. Jonathan Smith gets here. He is expecting to have a bunch of money to use for the portal and for recruiting. Money isn't there because the boosters say no. Fast forward, Heller gets fired because of that, mainly because of that. Bring in J Bat. Now J Bat's talking to boosters. They're like, "Yep, get rid of him because we didn't want him. We're not backing him." They're putting J Bat up against the corner. J Bat has to decide: does he want to get owned by the boosters and do what they say for the rest of his tenure, or do what he wants to do? Obviously, he's going to probably need to just do what the boosters say because that's how college sports work at this point. So if all of that is true and the big donors, the craziest thing I read is that when Mel Tucker got fired, our third biggest donor, St. Andre, some guy, some guy. It's huge. He was like fully paying the Mel Tucker teams. Like that's how we were getting people to visit and all that because him and Mel were boys. And apparently then when they fired Mel, that's when that guy specifically pulled funding for every single player when they're playing touchdown in Iowa. And that's why a bunch of kids didn't want to play in that game.
That was the Graham Couch story. Yeah, because they didn't have money.
And so that guy hasn't been donating since that moment. And we need him back.
That.
But do you think he'd come back if him and Mel are boys? Why would he want to keep contributing to Michigan State?
Because if we fire Jonathan Smith,
Mel was just a means to an end.
Yeah.
He'll find a new Mel.
What J Bat would then do is what he needs to do if he's going to do this is he needs to have a list now. He needs to work the back channels now, and he needs to have a sure thing if he's going to fire. Because if he fires him and the sure thing is not there, and we end up with Jason Candle from Toledo, I'm pretty sure
Toledo's not very good anymore.
Pretty sure that the boosters aren't going to pay for that either, and we're just going to do this again in 2 years.
I feel like a lot of the Michigan State fan base, though, was fine / excited about Jonathan Smith.
Yeah, but for Connor, that doesn't matter.
It was opposite of Mel Tucker. It was like blue collar, quiet. But
the only thing that matters is your big money givers are backing the program because that is all college football is now. Are you spending?
Okay. Well, now that you have rev share, you can do a little bit. It evens it a little bit. You just still need a couple 5-10 million on top of that to reach certain numbers. But like rev share is going to even it up a decent amount.
Best case scenario for this offseason, Gilly, go.
I think the best case
we got the Paul Bunyan game.
No, we don't get that game done.
The best case scenario
is the world to me.
Is James Franklin best case scenario?
Yeah,
has to be.
Yeah.
Well,
that would be a home run.
Urban is best case, but James Franklin's best case realistic.
Backed by big Michigan State money boosters, which we have huge ones. If he gets back and we put it on the level of, I don't know, name a program that's not like elite, but just below that, and we put that kind of funding into it, yes, you could get James Franklin to come. You could.
I don't even care about James Franklin. I just want to live to see Evan Cadmus have to root for James Franklin.
Well, that would be funny. I would be stunned if either of those guys were at Michigan State. I mean, that would blow me away.
Franklin would blow you away?
If you think Jason Candle's our best option, Grant, then we're not.
Jason Candle's not even he's not even a candidate.
I think you should try to poach Matt Campbell out of the Big 12.
That would be even a bigger.
I'd be fine with it.
Just as big of a hire.
No, it would not. Not bigger than James
Franklin.
That
was in the Big 12 championship 2 years ago.
Well, it would be bigger than James Franklin, but it'd be pretty big.
It'd be
Matt
very
Campbell
out there.
Would he leave?
Same guys being mentioned for Penn State.
I don't know if he would leave.
How much better of an opening is Penn State?
The Michigan State? It's better.
A lot. Respectfully.
Do you think that, do you think it was that way 5 years ago? Is it like that much of a better job, or is there just that big of a tarnish on Michigan State?
In 2014,
they're the big fish in their state, which helps.
Bigger than Penn State.
Okay, big bro.
I'm not saying that, but that's a real thing.
I know. I understand.
Well, I mean, that's also just James Franklin recruited out of Michigan.
True.
He has tons of Detroit kids.
It just goes back. It's a struggle for Michigan State, which I think they've always had it in basketball. It's a different thing, but that I was reading one of Nick Saban's biographies, and it was a quote of him saying one of the reasons he wanted to go to LSU so bad is like he wanted to be the big fish in his state. Like that plays a factor in people's decisions. Yeah. That's why Auburn can be toxic
Sure.
because you have to deal with the Tide every year, and it's like, those fan bases have the same expectations, which is fair. Like you should push for that. I'm just saying it factors into like you'd rather go to Penn State and you can have the entire state of Pennsylvania, which has football everywhere, and then you can dip into Michigan and Ohio.
But
and
also Mark D'Antonio proved the blueprint for Michigan State. So you 1,000% can win at a
There's no
super high level.
You can't replicate a blueprint from the 2010s anymore.
True.
You can recruit still, and you just have to recruit differently with money. But you can still get.
Correct. You need money. You need good.
D'Antonio. If D'Antonio was coaching now, he'd quit. He'd be be pissed off by this entire thing.
Yeah, but Michigan State, whoever gets the job, can still point to success from not that long ago and be like, yeah, we can definitely win here. You can definitely win at Michigan State. That's crazy to think you can. You definitely
can win anywhere.
I agree.
You can win anywhere.
Indiana's not a great example, but yes. That's a
perfectly fine example.
It's tough to compare to that because I just don't know how that would ever happen again.
Like, how does I still
find a great coach that will bring his good talent with him?
I mean, Grant, you could do that exact hire 50 times that it's working 1 out of 50.
Or like, don't let your ego be so big that you won't go get the best FCS coach.
I'm not opposed to that, but I also there's many, many, many examples of guys making jumps up to the big time that were really successful.
I feel like Georgia Tech's guy has to be in the top 5.
He played at Georgia Tech.
Oh, so you don't think? Okay, yeah, absolutely not. Or disregard that message. I'm just
also
saying J-Bat would probably want them.
I think Manny Diaz is going to be all right.
Graham, well, first of all, I know it probably will happen, but like I've been trying not to talk about candidates because your job's not open. So like until it's open, there's like we're talking about nothing. I don't think it will be.
If we're being honest, I think it's gonna they're gonna run it
open. I will say I think Graham Couch made a good point about this. I trust him with all Michigan State stuff. He was saying there is some interesting theory about when you fire coaches now in the portal era because of the 30-day window. There might be some strategy to, even if you know you want to fire him right now, let it ride out, because then it's maybe more likely that the Nick Marshes and Childs will stay. Because just like the longer they have to leave your school, the more likely they probably will.
I mean,
like
they've already
until the end of the season,
already been
shrinking the window.
The schools are circling for 4 players with talent, so like they're not all coming back. Like
coaches start getting hired in November, so you gotta.
All I ask is that if they're going to fire him, you have to have a plan in place. We cannot have the Luke Fickell, Mel Tucker fiasco where Luke Fickell's wife said she doesn't like East Lansing and we're not taking the job at the last second, and then hiring Mel Tucker from 5-7 Colorado and thinking that was going to work, and then all of us falling for it when he got here. Crazy. You had to have a plan.
Well, that's just fan basis. You always get blind hope.
He did have one great season, and honestly, I would take that season again over the last 3.
Anywho, game that's happening that means a lot to me. I know it's tough. I'm not going to try to make you guys care about it, but I love this game. It's a shame it's not been as big the last few years. But maybe this is how it felt back in the 2012, 2015 when Michigan got their doors blown in every time. Maybe I was dreading it. I don't know.
Michigan wasn't as bad as Michigan State was these last few years. Michigan's bad is like
Hoke and Rich Rod. We went 3-9 with Rich Rod.
Well, I thought we were talking about 2012. 2012 to 15.
We were disgusting.
They had won 5 one season with Hoke. One season they didn't make a bowl game, but
we were a joke of a team with Brady Hoke and a joke of a defense with Rich Rod. We were bad.
Sure.
Yeah, you call that a joke. Now triple
I was a Michigan fan,
that's our team.
So I do agree with you.
Triple that joke, that's our team.
Fair. But this is better than the Harlan Barnett team. So there's levels to joke.
Yeah. This is going to be a 48-0 game, correct?
14.5 point spread, over under 47.5. NBC.
No Eagle.
Gross. I gotta wait all day
talking
for
about
this.
The game. We like to do the position battles. I would say there's not a single position. I would say wide receiver room, Michigan State has an advantage. I would probably get the slight overall talent and experience for sure. Package that for the quarterback. But I'm not saying that's a huge gap. Like if you told me Bryce Underwood plays better than Aiden Childs in this game, wouldn't be surprised. I think that's a fair way to put it. I don't know if it's a game-changing gap. I don't know about your guys' special teams. I know they're
great.
Your punter's good, right?
Our kicker's actually pretty good. He's a freshman.
Our kicker has not been good. Our punter has not been good. So I'll give you guys the edge there. Every other position group, I would say it'd be Michigan. There's probably not a single player on State's defense that starts on Michigan's defense.
I think Jordan Hall.
Jordan Hall's pretty good.
Probably not.
But
he's a linebacker.
He would definitely play for you guys. Not sure he could start, but he
maybe over Jimmy Rolder.
He's pretty
Does
good.
Mangum play at all for you?
Yeah. We benched our 2 starting safeties, and Mangum plays quite a bit.
Jordan Hall's good on defense, and Quindarius Dunnigan is not bad. He would definitely play. The rest of the team, no, sucks. Malik Spencer sucks. I've said this for 3 years. So anybody tells me otherwise, he's not good. He's not good football.
So all that being said, different positions, whatever. Trench is an advantage to U of M on both sides of the ball.
Our pass blocking is pretty good. Held up really well against Indiana's front. How good our offensive line was in pass protection.
That'll be huge if they can replicate that. In my mind, that's where Michigan has to use their advantage, destroy.
Charles probably got sacked. I didn't watch it that closely. It was on one of those games, but didn't feel like he was like in trouble a lot, so that's good.
But that is big. I mean, to me, they got to get to him. They may not sack him because he's elusive and he may get out of it. You got to be disciplined with your pass rush lanes, but that has to pop off the TV screen that we are dusting your tackles. That has to be like first rule of the game. Also, can't get ran on. I know last year came out. What was this guy's name? Frazier? No, Nathan Carter.
Well, he's an NFL running back, so
played one of the better games I've ever seen.
Bijan's backup.
Just individual efforts last year was phenomenal. You can't Michigan can't let Michigan State run the ball, which they've been really Michigan's been really good about stopping the run the entire year. So that has to stay the same. You just have to turn it into like a child's superhero game.
We run outside zone every single time and we get 0 yards. Frazier goes east and west. He doesn't go north and south. It's really frustrating.
Halfback sweep.
People really like Frazier. I don't think he's that great. He cuts back every single time. Usually gets chased down from behind, and he never goes north and south.
What's going on with Clarizio? Do we still have Clarizio or whatever his name is?
He's injured. It's also a true.
Yeah, I am just so out on this team. I don't have anything intelligent to add.
It really it feels maybe like
Michigan State's a really bad football team. Michigan's an okay football team.
It'll probably be a weird either. So it's probably going to be some disgusting.
An okay football team. I do think actually we'll cover. I don't.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 20. I think it'll be like the DPJ game.
30-17.
21.
I think there's two ways this goes. I think it's either Michigan starts to turn a corner and buys in together and they show a little bit of consistency, but I told the Michigan chat we have not shown to be really consistent in back-to-back weeks the entire season. So if that
you really only played one quarter of good football.
Yeah, like game separating football, sure. I mean, the first couple quarters were not bad. They're just not. They don't have that killer instinct. They're obviously not the 2023 team by any means. They're closer to like 2021 team, but with like, I don't know, that team was so different. I don't know. Maybe they're like a little bit worse version of the 2022 team. Like that night game was a little boring. We just kicked a bunch of field goals. Keon had a touchdown. Nick Marshall had a touchdown.
I think it'll be close.
What was the score of that game? 30-7?
It was like 29-7 is how it ended. Yeah, and then there was a fight in the tunnel. That's really how that game went.
You guys remind me a lot of the like 8-4 Michigan State football teams. Their defense was really good, and the offense just never really clicked the whole year. It was close. There's like one season specifically. I think it was like 2010 Michigan State. You guys are just like that. And then the next year you win like 12 games.
This is just a Brandon Peters led Michigan team.
2010 Michigan, that is what Michigan is. Not going to like destroy anybody because they just aren't good enough on offense to do that. But like very much solid enough to beat a team like us.
If they turn a corner, it could. Like I'm looking, we scored 34 versus New Mexico and then scored 30 versus Nebraska.
You compared to New Mexico out here?
New Mexico honestly, UCLA.
On the charts that I've seen, you guys are right next to them in terms of total rankings of FBS.
You're not going
football.
into this game nervous though, right, Grant?
It's a rivalry, and it's more just like nervous at how embarrassing and like down on myself in my life I'd be if we lost this game. Like those stakes will always make you a little nervous
because about the worst case scenario, but like you don't think you're gonna lose. You don't think you're gonna lose. There's not like an ounce of you that thinks, say, we're gonna.
I think Michigan's
Lose
going
the
to
game.
Maybe like if we played the game 25 times, Michigan might lose once or twice.
You want the formula, Connor?
I
You
think
need
more.
the
I think more
formula?
than that. But so you're not nervous. What's the formula? 3
Formula
turnovers.
It could happen. It's a rivalry game.
Formula
Throw
is
us a record books.
very, very simple. Giles has the best game of his Spartan career. He has
Ever.
a ton of talent. You could definitely do it. You throw Nick Marsh the ball 55 times. We watched Keon do it to Michigan, and that team stunk. So
Yeah, it didn't work. We didn't
it
win.
worked for a while. Peyton Thorne's is really bad. Aiden Giles would, in this scenario, be better than Peyton Thorne. You get competent running. You don't have to be great running the ball, but you have to be competent. You have to be able to pick up some yards. You got to pick up short
Halfback
yardage.
toss on 3rd and 7.
Yep. Play calling's got to be better. And then the most important factor is you need like a strip sack fumble on Bryce Underwood, or like a pick 6. You need like some big turnover that blows the game the other way in our direction, and then you just have to ride that momentum and hope Michigan starts to PP down their leg because they're going to lose to Lil Bro.
Can we force 2 punts?
Yeah, I think so.
2
You
punts?
think?
Yeah, probably.
We forced a 1 punt against USC.
Yeah, exactly.
Indiana's offense is 25 times better than Michigan's. I think it'll be like the Nebraska game. I think we will hang for 3
We're gonna have
quarters.
a lead in the 4th.
Maybe not
No.
that close, but like
They better not. I will be disgusted.
I think halftime it will be like last year. It'll be like the script for these
7-point
games
game.
is very simple. Michigan State will score on their first drive. Everybody will think, "Holy shit, here we are." I saw the stat during the Indiana game. We've scored on our first drive every game this season, which is crazy.
Mm-mm.
6
You
games
punted versus Nebraska.
other than that game.
I don't know. I just pulled up the Nebraska game because I wanted to see how close it actually was.
Other
'Cause you were
than
saying it might be like
scored,
that.
scored points or a touchdown?
Points. Score points on every drive
Yeah.
besides that game. That's what the announcer said.
Michigan is bad at that. We normally give up the opening drive.
So
Except
let's
versus
say
Washington,
Michigan
we
State
didn't.
touchdown 7-0, and then Michigan 3 and out. Like everybody's feeling great, and then we go 3 and out, and then Michigan scores, and then Michigan scores, and then it's halftime. It's like 14-7. Then Michigan goes up 21-7 to start the second half, and then we score at the end of the third quarter, make it 21-14. That's as close as it gets. Then Michigan wins 35-14.
Big 4th down conversion by Michigan to end it.
Then Michigan scores late fourth, 28-14, and then they run it up because sure, 35-14.
Is there? I think honestly the best bet of the night is will there be a fight of the game? That's the only thing
I wrote
can
down
maybe bet
any
on.
extra cookers. It feels like yes, for sure.
I think Jonathan
It's a-
Smith is
last
preaching this
game
week
coaching,
that we
he is going to-
should fight. I think he's preaching that he needs to like show emotion. He knows he has. He knows he has to act like this game matters. He knows it, or he'll be fired faster than he can get to the game.
It's like the Ryder Cup. I'm not saying there should be anything because you're not going to condone it, but like I've reached the tunnel thing. The last couple of years have just broken me. Where like I really don't care what happens. It's a rivalry game. We all talk about it. These kids are 19. If they fight, they
Michigan's
fight.
got some dudes on their team as well that run their mouth quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's a point too. I think It's been on the line, like, who starts it. Like, I don't care I just don't care who starts it. Like if my team starts it, I don't care. It's a rivalry. I want you to be testy. If you guys start it, don't care. Rivalry game, want to be testy. Like if you just went in this game and treated it like we were playing Purdue, it'd be boring. So yeah, there probably will be something.
Let's just stop with the saying. Let's throw the records out the window when rivals play. No, you don't have to.
Sometimes.
Like Connor, would you?
Because a lot of times teams saying their biggest thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be.
I wouldn't.
I'd be shocked if we won another game this year.
I have been as down on this team as all time. I've watched a lot of Michigan. Grant says I just live to watch Michigan, which is not true. But I would not be stunned if Michigan State won at home against a team that is not super.
I will tell you that
I was better to start this year. I was all bought in. We had a nice moment, me, you, and Drew watching the USC game. That fumble feels like years ago. Also,
it does. I mean, we're down 7 in the fourth quarter to USC. That's on the road. Like we're not. Well, we are bad. Yeah, I can't say we're not bad. But
the Nebraska game broke my entire will. The Nebraska game broke my will.
You led Nebraska in the fourth quarter on the road, right? Is that true? Or start of the fourth quarter, you led?
That is true. That is to start, yeah.
On the road?
I'll tell you, though.
You can kind of just throw UCLA out as like a give-up quit game, I guess. I don't know what that is.
I will tell you right now, though, like stakes of this game, Michigan loses this game. We got to start our head coaching search. It's on. Like, this is a game you cannot lose.
And I want to
You're not
lose
getting
because Sharon's a
strengthened,
terrible
buddy.
coach.
I will say the one thing in Michigan's favor as well is you would expect, again, rivalry, freshman, first time, but Underwood really has not had the turnovers that you would think a freshman would have. He's pretty low overall, especially in the Big Ten, in the nation, and picks and
We're not
whatnot.
getting that
Can
fucking
fumble a little bit
turnover.
on his scrambles. Well, that would be a key to the game. Like, we're going to have to do some stupid stuff to lose this game. I don't think this is a game where Michigan shoots themselves in the foot to lose this game, not like Michigan just rises up and plays better than them across the board.
Correct. Michigan has to mess up in this game, which they could because I don't think they're that great.
And in terms of U of M turnovers forced, they're fourth in the nation in picks and third in turnover margin, so that'll be big. Got to get a couple of those versus Childs. And then obviously, if Justice Haynes is a huge X factor, I know running backs kind of lose their value sometimes. He's a player. He's in this game.
I don't
your
think
defense.
it affects it.
Because Jordan Marshall
crib
cannot
one from
crib a
75.
75-yarder. Justice Haynes is in the game. He probably cribs 2 50-yard plus runs.
I don't think talent, like on the offensive side of the ball of any team we play, is affected by any injuries. We just can't stop anything. Like, you'll score every drive no matter who's in.
No, because if you tackle Jordan Marshall at the 10, we probably kick a field goal because our red zone offense probably doesn't score. But if it's Justice Haynes, he scores, and that's a huge difference.
Wait, what do you mean down to 10? What are we talking about?
Like, if Jordan Marshall hits a hole, he's like David Montgomery. You're catching him at the 10. Now we're 1st and 10. We can't score 10 yards out. We kick a field goal. Boom, it's closer. Justice Haynes is Jahmyr Gibbs. He scores. Don't have to worry about red zone offense.
What does Michigan Twitter say the next day if Michigan State wins? Is it more like we need to fire Sharon, or like, oh, we're really celebrating a win over a Michigan team like this?
The first
Twitter is probably
first thing.
Both,
we fire
Twitter.
Sharon. Fire Sharon.
It's all about Michigan hate instead of like Michigan. Okay. That's just what I was interested about.
Yeah, because we see your energy. You guys don't believe in your team. And I've watched them. And yeah, Michigan is talented. Like I said, wide receivers, you're more talented. Quarterback, but like you said, not game changing. Like, you should dust this team. This is a lose-lose game again where, like, I'll only be happy if it's just and that's what I need to see for this team to peak versus Ohio State.
MSU Twitter will be the most toxic place ever if Michigan State wins this game. Like, and it won't be as toxic.
You should be.
No, I don't think we will.
It will be. Yes, it will.
I think we're still all it'd be embarrassing. On the program.
Daily MSU will be kicking some
Daily
ass.
MSU,
but you'll take out your sadness on now making fun of Michigan, which is fair because it'll be I'll be one of the most embarrassing losses in my life.
If we beat Michigan, when we go to the Minnesota game, I'm all the way back because I'm thinking, hey, we might get to a bowl game for the first time in 4 years.
This team is better than the Harlan Burnett team, and this team is arguably the same as last year's team, who could have won. So they suck.
But Michigan was way worse last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that.
That was your year. That was the Luke Fickell interim year. That last year, Michigan football was not even.
I don't think Harlan's are that much better this year. But that's just me. I've been saying that for a while.
Harlan Barnett beat Indiana.
We would have lost to Washington. The Washington game was the perfect example, Alex, of this year and last year. We went to Washington. We lost because we had to play fucking Jack Tuttle and Alex Orji. Yeah, but completely different too. We had to play Jack Tuttle and Alex Orji. This year, you win by 3 scores because you have a kid that can throw 240 yards. It's just a different football team.
No, I get what you're saying. And respectfully, I still don't think Michigan's leaps and bounds better than last year's team. I'm not going to think it until you do something that impresses me, and you haven't done anything that impresses me through this season. You went on the road to USC and got spanked. You won that game, I would have been all in.
17-point win against Washington. I didn't watch. I bought.
I mean, if we're 9-2 playing Ohio State and it's like a 10-point loss, is that like what's that?
I mean, you go 9-3.
No, it's the sky's falling.
But like, who have you beat this year that I'm supposed to be like, oh wow, it's really nice?
You don't have to in the Big Ten though. Indiana got to a playoff.
It's not like totally your problem, like your fault, but like nothing I've seen is like a 7-7 game with Washington late third quarter. It's not like I'm like, oh wow,
Washington's
really
not
good
bad.
now.
But Washington's not bad though.
They're not super good either. They're middle bad Big Ten. They should have lost to Maryland.
I'd say they're above.
If Washington like handles Illinois, that'll feel better.
Has Washington beat anyone for something?
No, not yet.
They played Ohio State close for like 3 quarters. That's really all I can base it off of.
This is my point.
No,
like
the Big
Michigan
Ten's just
hasn't
not a
done
bad-
any. I don't think the Big Ten is very good from the middle to the bottom.
It's a little eye testy too, I guess. To Connor's point, like you can see if there's like good scheme, good talent. Like you can kind of tell a little bit.
Yeah, I think you guys have some
I don't
talented players. I don't think your offensive line is that good. I think Bryce Underwood is good. I think Donovan McCulley's good. I think Justice Haynes is good. I think Sharon's a dummy and can't coach. And because of that, don't feel great. I think your defense is always good. So like I'm not gonna poo on your defense. Like their defense is good. You struggled with Nebraska, beat them.
Trench has got to show up because you're right.
Could have beat
Offensive
Nebraska.
line's not as dominant, but they got to show up.
Evan Link is
It's got to
out.
be like, yeah. Blake Frazier played phenomenal though. I'm not as worried about the left tackle. Maybe that goes down in a second.
No, it doesn't
action.
matter.
I'm
Michigan
more
State
worried
has
about the
zero
running
pass
backs.
rush. If they had an ounce of a pass rush, this game could be competitive. We don't.
My
Alex
question to you
Van
guys,
Buren, we're fine.
before we sign
Yes,
off
pretty
with
good.
predictions, but the question is, would you trade a win this weekend if it meant another year of Jonathan Smith?
Is
A dirty little
there
hypothetical.
Are the donors going to
Inside
back
of
them
this-
for a portal off season?
No, like next year's like 3-9, but you won this game.
No.
no?
Because Evan's saying yes, because like some people view it as like I need this win, right? Just about my daily life. I want to be able to say I beat Michigan.
Absolutely.
And we
not.
get
I'm
spanked
also
by you
like
guys next year?
Yeah,
I mean,
And
also
go
same thing. Like,
3-9?
if I was in-
No, I'm not signing up for that. I'm not signing
or
up
miss
for
a
this
bowl.
season
You go
again.
5-7.
No,
No.
I'm
You
go
not.
5-7
I can't do
next.
this.
Same thing with
But you
Michigan
win.
Ohio State
But you win on
rivalry.
Saturday.
I'd rather win a national championship than a rival. I think long-term success is more important to me than winning a rivalry.
Firmly
one rivalry
agree.
game.
Give me the loss if that's the choice.
I think that's fair. I
But
know
all-
Evan would take the win,
He would.
which I also see that side too. It's fun to win.
Maybe
it's
it
not
depends who
fun
we
to have
hire.
a season over by late September every single year.
We got talked
Predictions.
at the beginning of October.
Score predictions.
I've talked so much shit about Michigan State, but I'll still say they cover 30-17. Michigan wins.
30-17. Michigan wins 38-14.
Oh, that's a bludgeon.
So that's their highest scoring game of the season?
You guys are the get right game. Easiest defense in the Big Ten. Gotta exploit it.
Just
We're
for the
worse than
podcast.
Mexico,
Just
Gilly.
for the podcast.
You have to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, UCLA scored 38.
Make a prediction
Nebraska
for
scored
Evan.
38.
Evan still
Yeah,
thinks we're
he
going
has
to
to
win,
have-
so we'll go 20.
He will never pick.
27-24 for Evan. Late field goal for the
Dude.
win. I will go 29 for Michigan
To 2.
to 27. Michigan State puts up a valiant effort because they're playing for their coach. Miss a game-winning field
Yeah.
goal. Lose
Oh,
29-27.
Do
The
they play
freshman
for their
hooks it
coach?
left.
Do these guys care about what Jonathan Smith says? That's
Yeah.
a huge factor on Saturday.
I
All right, Gilly,
do
now our
think they do.
prediction. Does Smith make it to Minnesota? Do we get to see Jonathan Smith on the sideline when we're in
We
the
have a bye
stadium?
after this week, right?
No. You're here next weekend.
I think he gets fired Sunday morning.
Whoa. Get me
Would be
excited.
sick. I would like that if we.
Oh, yeah.
If we
all could-
if we lose by
38-14.
48-0.
no, I think if we
That
lose
won't
by
happen.
more than 2 touchdowns and it's like an embarrassing, not close, like alumni, former players are disgusted and tweeting. Trey Waynes is tweeting, "Get me drink James Franklin." Like it's over. J Bab.
If that happens, could Jonathan Smith save his job by throwing an incredible tantrum of enthusiasm on the sideline?
if he does
after.
that and we win, he's saved.
Gets into a fight with
Till
Sharon,
next
pulls
week.
him like when they're shaking hands.
That'd be sick. Be sick to have a
I mean,
coach with emotion. My dad texted me
Respectfully,
last
if we're
night.
doing a fight, Sharon would kill him.
Well, he's blue collar, so yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
My dad texted me last night. He's like, "God, look at all that emotion from Dan Campbell and Calvin Shepard. Imagine."
Who would have thought emotion would just have
Matt
fan
LaFleur
bases?
is coming to MSU.
We've never discussed emotion on a sideline more than this year.
Well,
in
because I
football.
think as
Like,
a coach,
just-
you gotta rip some ass sometimes. You gotta yell at players. You gotta get in people's face. You gotta motivate.
I
Johnny,
think it mainly becomes apparent when you don't see a singular time. Like
ever
How did he beat a Dan Lanning Oregon team? I still haven't figured that
because
out.
that's a rivalry.
I don't
game.
get it.
DJ.
That's a rivalry.
Because that's a
game.
rivalry.
Oregon-
game. Throw
Oregon
out
State
the
was-
records.
Was
He
this when
knows
Oregon
that.
State
They also
won
had-
9 games?
Yeah, dude, they beat
No, they were
Okay, so you
good.
thought they
I
were
remember
good.
watching
They were
them before
good.
we hired him. They were sick.
They
I
were
watched
good.
it. They took Washington
went
to the
10-3.
brink when they went to the
They
title
beat
game.
number 9 Oregon 38-34.
I was convinced
had
Jack Valiant
talent.
was going to be like the next TJ Hawkinson.
They had serious
I was
talent.
convinced he was the guy.
I just
sad.
don't get how that's the same coach.
It's very.
I don't know how
There's
that
like 3
happened.
reasons, Grant. It's very quickly.
Ron DeSantis.
Number 1,
Papa
he
John.
went to Oregon State. He knows everything about Oregon State. He has a pitch to Oregon State because he played at Oregon State and he won at Oregon State as a player. That's number 1. Number 2,
Which is hard to do.
he's from California. He knows that entire side of the country. He's got a lot more connections to high schools, to coaches, to the portal, all that. Easier for him. And number 3, he just cares more about Oregon State because it's his school. Okay,
He could go back.
He doesn't
I
know
disagree with
anybody
that.
in the Midwest. He has no sense of the rivalry. He feels lost, and I don't really think he
better.
likes living in East Lansing compared to where he was from.
He said this week, it's all he's heard about, the Michigan game.
Yeah, I think it's been a
Sharon
rough
said it's the
transition.
biggest game
for
on
him.
the calendar. That's huge for stock.
Sharon
Feels
doesn't
good to
believe that.
matter.
You guys matter. I've always said that.
You do. The rest of
wanna
your
be-
shit
Ohio
fan base
State-
doesn't.
Honestly, the biggest thing that hurts
Listening cut.
importance of game is like if Michigan and Michigan State played the last game of the year every year and the stakes were aside, that game would mean the most. It just
Yeah.
so happens we play Ohio State and normally they're almost undefeated every time, so it matters the most. But it's 1A, 1B. I want to beat Michigan State almost nearly as bad as Ohio State. All right, that's the show.
Yeah.
Cheers. 229.
This is
All
the
Bunyan
longest
I'm not doing the
episode you've
podcast
had in
next
some
week.
time.
What if you win?